Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Sunday Night Geekery, and this time we actually are live. I boomered it again with my new intro, so I hope you like that. I had too many things before, so I added some of my favorite toys and things. So basically the same intro, just switched up the pictures. But we got the awesome Dad Man here tonight,
Hey, glad to
and
be back.
Bordus,
Hey,
aka Clobbering Times. Welcome.
hey.
How's it going?
All right. What's up?
So that was pretty typical. I start the show and I get ready to go. Then guess what I forgot to do?
Oops.
Click the go live.
Just as long as you remember the outro with the Blues Brothers clip, you're okay.
I'm okay then, right? Yeah. Yeah, we all do that once in a while, but yeah, that was of course when I first started. I was on one time. I think I was on solo, and I think I did like 10 minutes. I don't know if anyone wants to admit that, but like I think I did like 10
We've
or
all done
like
it.
talking to myself and then not going live.
We've all done it.
So we've got let's say hi to our buddies in the chat. So we've got Polly's Minion and Pupper. So Hale, hope you had a good Sunday and got the rest a little bit today. We got
Up on me.
the great Steve Mitchum.
Yo, buddy, what's up?
So I guess Maddie is still wide awake. So
Oh, Maddie.
Hey, Steve.
so
Hey, Polymines.
Hey, Maddie.
he may or may not be joining us. Yep. And let's see, we got Small Time Republic. Hale, hope
Nick.
you're having had a good weekend, a good Sunday. Yep.
Hungry boy.
And Hungry Boy is saying, I hope Maddie is smiling. She's always smiling, I think, right? So, yep. But, yeah, Steve, if you want to keep her up past her bedtime, she can wave hi to us.
It's only 7 o'clock there, though.
Yeah, well, you got to get the munchkins in bed. She's pretty young, so you get them in
Well, we
bed
must have
early.
been bad. We must have been bad parents. We never put our kids to bed. We let them go to sleep when they wanted to. But of course,
Yeah,
the missus had it was a night owl anyway. So
well, with my oldest, we would just drop her in bed at 6:30 or 7, and then for a while she would just sleep to like and very young too, at like 3 months or something, and she would sleep to like 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning. So she was like a perfect baby. It was very lucky with her. Yeah, the other kids were okay, but not as good. She loved to sleep, so I was like, wow. Yeah, I don't know. We could always talk food tonight, Hungry Boy, right? Yeah.
actually, I put a tweet out earlier tonight, kind of teasing that we usually do end up talking food. So, hey, you never know.
JG Lewis. What's up, dude?
Hey, JD. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Yep. Well, I'm as you can tell, I made that goalie mask thing icon for a joke, and the team I root for in Sports Puck, the Rangers, ended up getting eliminated last night. But it's all good, all good. It was a good season.
Sorry, bud.
But,
I still don't understand how anything out of Florida can be good at hockey. I'm just flabbergasted how consistent the Lightning have turned out to be in recent years.
They've been great, yeah, and they got a lot of Rangers,
Yeah.
ex-Rangers on their team. That's why.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
the draw of it, no state income tax too, probably helps get the good players.
Well, yeah, they make a lot more money, yeah, because if you play half your home games, obviously half your games are at home, so it's like 42 games or was it 41 games plus playoffs? Yeah, so they tax you each state that you play in. So yeah. Florida, Texas, and a couple other states, I can't remember, don't have income tax. So that is an incentive. Yep. Strange how that works, right?
Yeah, it's whatever you got to do to get them to come.
Yeah.
So, Dad, man, you saw Jurassic, was it World Part 8 or what's the name of the new movie?
Jurassic Planet World.
All I know is it's Jurassic Park. That's how I call it. I didn't call it.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah,
what is it called, the new movie? All right, so you're a special correspondent, so you can do like minor spoilers. Do the dinosaurs come back and threaten humanity?
No, there are no dinosaurs in it, by the way.
Well, at the risk of spoiling, but the dinosaurs never went away. Apparently,
Oh, they
So
did. Okay.
They were kind of here, and of course, it goes with a big evil corporation. Putting on a front for humanity and looking good, and then secretly doing some bad stuff. That typical line. I think overall, it was an entertaining movie. It's always worth to see it for yourself. Mileage may vary with people, but there were just a few things that jumped out at me that well, one thing is I happened to get to see it in 3D by complete accident, and it was free.
Mm-hmm.
And they still have 3D.
They still
3D.
have 3D, but it was not shot like that. Like my oldest told me, they didn't, and they didn't because there really was no 3D effects that would have.
Well,
made
they post process it, yeah. Like when I saw Clash of the Titans, the remake, which is horrible, by the way, which is no surprise there. But
Yeah.
they do that fake 3D, and it looks so dark and horrible. Yep.
Well, the thing is that what the hook with 3D used to be was that it would come out at you, get that jump scare, get some reaction.
Yeah.
This was just it. There wasn't even anything close to that. So that was I think a disappointment with that. Clobby joked about the no dinosaurs. Well, that's how I felt for the first half of the movie. It was like they were kind of sporadic and in spots, and picked up towards the end. But it still seemed to be like they focused so much on the humans that the dinosaurs were like the afterthought in the movie. I mean,
I went to see it today.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you did see it. Good.
Yeah.
You saw it. Oh, yeah.
I think what got me the most about it, not being too spoilery, was the parts where the parts where they went into. Remember when the part where they went into that corporate office and you had all the Raptors, wearing suits and ties, and they were sitting at the desk, and they were the bad guys, and now the Raptors were like running the company and everything, and it was just, and then the one the SJW Tyrannosaurus was the one that really got me with all of his, personal pronouns and crap like that. I mean, there's just no place for that. And I wanted the dinosaurs to be dinosaur-y, but they were all, oh my God, and they're all just talking about their feelings in the hallways and stuff like that. It was really disconcerting and stuff, and they were really not nice to humans either. But no, humans just eating them and chasing them. Humans chasing dinosaurs all over the place, and dinosaurs being discriminated against and triggered. Really, really just, I just kind of threw me out of the film personally. That's just my own take on it. Everyone's different, of course. No, I didn't see it today.
Oh,
man,
that was awesome, Bobby.
I'm sorry,
but that was. I don't know what happened.
So you did not see it. That was all.
I did not see it. Ironcaster, what's up?
I was looking for that. Yeah, and Ironcaster got the Quark Migo. Awesome. Yeah, I got mine the other day too. I got to do a quick reaction video to that, but I did get. I'll put my camera on. I have them on the desk there. I did get my Migos. Finally came in like a year. What do we order them? Iron like a year ago. So yeah, supply chain issues.
Yeah.
But
Dinosaur lives matter.
Cool.
That part really threw me off.
Yeah. Well, I will say that they're like I mentioned about the evil corporation. They had several of those typical front themes through it to make the ones, the bad companies and with a bad agenda, that type of stuff. And but if you can look past that, it wasn't really a bad movie. But the thing that left me disappointed was the fact that the dinosaurs seemed, again, it's like to me in the recent Godzilla movies, the monsters are backseat to the humans, and there's so much focus on the plot. And I know they need a plot to carry the movie, but it was like two things. One, the monsters were just there as for like because they had to be there, and two, there were many scenes. There were several big scenes where I sat there, and the thing that hit me is I've seen this scene in a previous Jurassic Park movie. I won't go into details to spoil it for people, but you sit there and you have flashbacks to other scenes from other movies.
Is it kind of like seeing, some of the new Star Wars movies, like The Force Awakens? Yeah.
Yeah. You see, well, they did that. Well, they did that in A New Hope. It's like you've seen that scene somewhere, and they think they're doing something new. I was like, I'm sitting there just like, why couldn't you come up with a new death for the bad guy? Or why couldn't you? It was very anticlimactic with the quote big end battle with the big bad.
Well, you're going to get a big bad battle. It's every
but
movie.
But it actually fell flat. It was just kind of like I'd seen it before, and it just kind of like, well, that was convenient.
It wasn't like Rocky, where even though you've seen it, that
Mhm.
thing. If you same storyline, you're
Yeah,
Rocky 2, you're rooting for him. Rocky 3, you're rooting for him, and Rocky 4, you're still rooting for him, even
right.
though it's the same climatic fight again. But
But
this is
like
an
I said,
important question that Hungry Boy had before he
Yeah.
gets quiet for a bit. How much Bryce Dallas Howard and non-bulky clothes do we get? Asking for a friend.
Yes, I love her.
Can you answer that, Dadman?
uh, well, she didn't really wear a lot of bulky stuff. When they got in the winter, it was more a little bit. Yeah, she was bulky. I would say you won't like it that much. I don't think you get that many shots. You get a few, but they're mostly in a lot of the winter stuff, and so there's jackets,
They're not
scarves.
wearing bikinis in the winter, yeah. So
No, 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 definitely not.
yeah.
So
That
no,
sucks.
Sorry,
That's the
Hungry
worst
Boy.
thing.
But the
Yeah,
But-
she gets,
dinosaurs
wet.
look
She gets
good.
wet at least, right?
mm, actually, she does.
I saw a scene where she gets in the water or something.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
happened?
she does. Well, because that weird dinosaur, whatever that thing was following her. She went down underwater and held her breath for quite a while. So,
Okay.
There's
you
a
know.
new super duper dinosaur, obviously, like a Mecha Godzilla type.
Well, this
sure.
one was
So he-
more like it was almost like a bird that had claws. So
Can he like wrangle, like keep raptors from eating his ass? And what is the deal with this guy? Can he handle
Hey, Dave.
raptor? Hey,
well,
Dave.
like he says in the
I mean-
movie, it's building that trust with the dinosaur.
Okay, so this is a guy that can just mess around with raptors and not get eaten. I'm just curious. I'm just
Right.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He,
yeah.
he trained well. Go back a few movies. He trained Blue from a baby,
Yeah.
very small. So that's where they had the connection. So
Okay.
there is some connection. But Blue, they were a little hostile this time. But it like he always said, that never trust them though. I mean, at least that's one thing with the script, with the writing that they were doing. They always kept it, a little realistic in that sense. Is they're wild animals. You can't trust them.
I went to see the first. Obviously, I saw the first three in the film, the first original films, but the 1st Jurassic Had It World that I went to see, and I realized, these movies are always going to be the same. I love the first one, but it's always the same. When you in other words, when you rehash the plot of Jurassic Park, and make Jurassic World the same thing, a quote unquote an amusement park where you can go look at dinosaurs. It's just. Yeah, what kind of
Well, it's
dumbass?
a great idea. Initial idea is
I think it's
fantastic.
originally, but I think we learned from the
that
first
gets
one.
rehashed, right? Yeah.
I would not go or bring my family to such a horribly dangerous place. And people who do are stupid. So in the context of the fiction of that movie, I'm going, what kind of a dumbass goes to that park? Something's going to happen. It's not like a normal zoo.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's dangerous. That's not really as dangerous because there's still animals that can be, if even the most dangerous of animals in a zoo, they have all these precautions and they have weapons and things to stop them. They have no way of stopping a Tyrannosaurus when he gets out. Or a gigantic, ridiculous monster like they had in this one. They have no control over it. And they're like, okay, that's fine. You go play with all the dinosaurs you want. I'm not bringing my family to this crap. It's just stupid.
So amusement
it
parks
stretches
can be
credulity.
dangerous just to begin with,
Because it's
in
way
general.
worse. It stretches credulity so much in that first Jurassic World. I was like, who would go to this thing? After they expect, I mean, didn't they read about what happened in the other movies?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm like, I mean,
Well-
I wouldn't.
Oh, I kind of felt the first part of the movie. I was sitting there thinking about what Jeff Goldblum's character said in the original movie when they were taking them on the little car ride outside the paddocks and all, and nothing showed up. When he said, "Now, John, you do plan on having dinosaurs on the dinosaur tour, right?"
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how the first movie was. It was like the first part was like, "Okay, when are we going to get to what? When are we going to get to them?" I mean, there were a few, but they were just like they really took a back seat to the others, to the humans, and it. But like I said, everybody's got to see it for themselves. Take a look at it. It was not a bad movie. I've seen worse movies, but I will tell you, maybe because it's so just didn't jump off. It wasn't what I expected with the dinosaurs. That's probably where I'm a little jaded. Because I honestly, I don't know if y'all know the movie Moonfall that came out a few months ago. It was trashed
I
everywhere.
haven't seen that yet.
Mark, you will.
I thought I would like it, right?
The lack of accurate science may drive you crazy, but
Okay.
In what?
Moonfall. I actually enjoyed the movie. It was just a dump your brain, off the wall science fantasy, just a disaster type movie. And if you can accept the stupidity of some of it, you can have fun with it. But this one, is just too serious. But I was also thinking about how the trend, go back to the original Jurassic Park. It was the best of those three movies. Jurassic World was the best of these new three movies. And it's just like the modern, at least in my observation, my opinion, with the modern cinema, they keep forcing everything into the trilogies, but it's usually goes downhill from the first movie. They can never.
Let's say how to Geek Flag with Nate knows, and he's making almost that exact point as you're saying it, Dad.
Oh, wow.
So he says, Hale, welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping by. He says, Futuristic Park was a fantastic movie, but was not meant to be a franchise. Hollywood thinks that everything that's a blockbuster, they must make a sequel. Not every movie needs to be a franchise. Yeah, that's
exactly
100%. Yeah.
And what made the first movie so good was that it was the first thing we had with great dinosaurs, and the CGI, everything, made it more realistic than the old monster movies.
Oh God, the first time I saw it in the movie theater was like.
And I saw that movie. I saw the original Jurassic Park several times in the movie theater just for the
groundbreaking.
And even though they focused a lot on the humans, there was a lot more dinosaur action. There was a lot more focus on the dinosaurs in the middle of all that action.
And there were some practical effects in that movie too. Like one that's I can remember exactly is the dinosaurs either giving birth or is it the Stegosaurus or
did Stan Winston work on it?
Yeah, Stan Winston. So there's a lot of practical. This obviously CGI, but there's practical.
Right.
I mean, like this CGI looks good that I'm showing here, but I don't remember that on Deadliest Catch. Did you remember seeing that on Deadliest Catch? They said fishing is dangerous, right? Holy crap!
That's what I was thinking when I saw it. That was the
Deadliest Catch. I mean, the idea is fantastic, and I guess they bring back the old favorites. Are they kind of
really in there a lot,
in?
or just like Force Awakens?
Laura Dern and the original characters.
Are they really in this? We get to spend time with them, or just like Force Awakens, when none of them are together that much?
No. That's one thing that they really did, because these characters were in the movie significantly. It was like you had two different. It's like you had two different plot line, two different lines going, but then they come together and meet up. It's what the Force Awakens should have been, or even if you said there should have been more of the old and then bring the new in. But no, this was respectful to them. And if you like,
did it make sense? Did it make sense that they got together? Quote unquote, for a movie, as a movie goes.
Yeah,
as realistic as a movie about dinosaurs that walk the earth again.
Yeah, it's kind of like very coincidental that they happen to all come back together where they did. But
that's a movie, though, right? Yeah, it was okay, though, right? Yeah,
yeah, it's workable. It's good.
Well, I mean, they definitely had a chemistry together. In those, in that first movie, and then it's been so long since I saw the other ones. I think maybe the second one was okay, or the third one. One of them I thought was.
I hated the second one. I kind of like the third one. Okay.
I can't remember which one. There was one of them I thought was okay to watch. The second one was the bad one.
When it went into Los Angeles, remember, or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
The dino. Oh yeah, here's your scene. There you go.
I love missing Bryce.
Let me go back for the Hungry Boy.
We love us some Bryce. Good God Almighty!
Finally figured this out. The arrow key actually goes back 5 seconds. So
she was so gorgeous as Gwen Stacy. Even though I prefer the red hair.
Oh, I'm assuming she survives. Yep.
That's a nice little chase through.
Is that her jumping? Wow, she can jump.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
She's like Spider Gwen right there.
Mm-hmm. And she directs The Mandalorian too.
She did direct a good episode too. Wow, that's some jump. Yeah. Tom Cruise couldn't even make that jump.
That's a stunt man right there. I don't know. I'm just kidding. That's Colt Seavers right there.
Colt Seavers, yeah, the fall guy. Hey, Jeff is here. Geoff, my buddy Geoff. Yep.
Hey,
The original Jurassic Park, the director used a lot of suspense and build up without showing the dinosaurs. Yeah.
Right.
The glass of water rippling, the shadows of a velociraptor. Yeah, classic horror stuff. Yep. So, nope. Yeah, Jeff was totally right, totally right there. Yeah. Well, that's what good horror. You know, the Jaws, right? That's the classic. The shark, Bruce didn't work, right? Then he looked pretty bad.
Same director, so yeah.
Yeah. So Bruce not working. Actually, they had to scrub a lot of scenes and change the scenes up and probably changed them for the better. You know, of course, not saying Spielberg's one of the all time great directors, but
I think he's done some great stuff.
Yeah,
he's wrote some great movies.
Yeah,
Jaws, Raiders.
God, yeah. So the sometimes accidents work out. Yep.
Well, he had a pretty impressive body of work early in his career. Anyway, I mean, Jurassic Park's probably the last thing he did that I really liked a lot. But
yeah,
except for Saving Ryan's Privates was pretty good, but it had things wrong with it.
Is this the old theme park, Dad Man? I guess it's supposed to be the old theme park since you just saw it, or some kind of research
part. I think that's part of the new one. I think that's part of the new one because the old ones were because see they're flying in there.
Oh wow, they can fly now. The Raptors.
They did show some of the old parts that were destroyed, like the island and the original island and the research islands.
So can these guys fly, or like flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz?
Well, he didn't fly here. They give you all the illusions.
They fly now?
Oh, he actually swims, so it's kind of strange. Yeah, and those are like the
Jurassic bees,
locusts. They're like jacked up.
Are they from prehistoric era? From prehistoric era? Or,
they were genetically altered.
Okay.
With a whole bunch of junk. You know, the movie will tell you all that stuff.
Yeah, so they're not prehistoric, because that'd be bad if we had prehistoric mosquitoes. I mean, they're bad enough already, but
no, I know it would be.
Hey, Dork Knight, hell, great to see you. So yeah, we're doing a little bit. Dadman is the only one here that saw Jurassic.
Well, you know what? When you went to Italy, didn't you want running raptors through the town?
Oh yeah, wait, let me go back and see if that looks familiar.
There's Carnotaurus. There are Carnotaurus there.
Is that where they are? And
maybe I'm in the movie.
Is this like a dystopian future or something?
Maybe, because somehow everybody's living together, and the final message talked about that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Italy is, they got a lot of narrow streets there, so I guess I would have seen the Raptors if they were there. But
yeah, darn. Next time you go to Italy, you have to ask them where the Raptors are.
Who is this woman? She wasn't in any of the other ones, was she?
No, she just was in here. I think it's a plot device to be a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a decent character. I mean, she wasn't bad. She was, it was needed.
I didn't see that last one either. Did anybody see that last one? I don't know how this gets getting made. I don't know anyone who wants to see
the last one. Yeah, the last one was.
I heard it was bad,
because what they did, instead of making it like dinosaurs, they kind of made it like the Lost World, where this rich guy. I mean, basically, they made it to where the rich and powerful dealt and had like private auctions and stuff like that. Instead of having a wide open
dinosaurs or whatever,
you're in the middle of nowhere type thing. Yeah, it was not the best. And then they introduced something with one of the characters that is big in this movie that I didn't catch when I watched it the first time, which is one of the annoyances that I had with the movie. But to talk about that would go beyond probably what we should be talking about.
Yeah, no spoilers. Yep. Oh, we're going to say hi to Eric. Hey, yeah.
Dave's here too.
Hey, Dave.
It's the new version of Penguin. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird. You expected you'd see that thing fly. And with all those feathers, but
I guess now that we know that dinosaurs evolved from birds, or that's supposedly in their DNA. That's the new the new theory that that evolved with some dinosaurs had feathers, and science is always changing, right? That's the nature of learning things. And the geek flag is pointing out, why are dinosaurs running around in the snow? The reptiles and cold blooded, they can't generate body heat, so anything below 50 degrees should be immobilized. Yeah, that's
Well,
100% right. But yeah, don't let science get in the way of a good plot. I guess. Right?
I won't say
Or did
who,
they
but
explain? They explain that somehow, Dad
no,
Man, in the movie? Or?
no. It just sits there and goes on. But a human fell in the water and got up and started running in the same weather conditions, and and then touched metal. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
But anyway, well, it's a movie.
I hear that.
Oh.
I've heard it's a movie, actually.
Yeah,
So you're saying it was actually filmed and played on movie screens, is what you're saying?
Yes, it was. I'm just glad I didn't go at 11:30 last night. I'm glad I stayed on the Clobbering Time show instead of
I'm glad you did too.
watching
Thanks.
this, because I
Thanks
think
for
I would
listening.
have. I think I would have probably fallen asleep last night. Not that it was a bad. Like I said, it's not the
It's
worst
tough
movie
to
I've
stay
seen.
awake at a late feature.
Yeah, anything after 8
For me,
for
it
me.
is.
Yeah, anything after 8 for me, I'm taking chances.
Yeah. Big
him.
play. So, Dork, yeah, we probably will talk some Orville in a bit. This is kind of a smorgasbord show. So, Dadman was hired as a special correspondent to go see Jurassic Park for me tonight.
But we
Is
don't
named
have
after-
to.
Yes,
So,
yes, you can
but,
wait for
yeah,
the video.
but we'll eventually, I'm sure, get to Orville and all the cool stuff this week. But
You and me, Geoff, Laura Papon, going from redhead to blonde was a sin against humanity.
right?
Gosh, she was so damn cute as a redhead.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, it was an interesting. They even had like some kind of invisible force field to keep the aviary dinosaurs from going too high. So
In a force field?
kind of there was a defense thing
Hey,
to keep
Woody?
them from going too high. That they opened it
force field.
so that person
They had
could
like a
take,
Star Trek force field.
you didn't
Like a-
even see it. It was some kind of thing that they had to keep the flying ones at a lower level. So,
Wow,
but
that's high tech.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bryce looks pretty good to me there, Hunger, but I haven't really got to see her.
I
that
will
close
say,
yet.
I will say though, if you like
Ooh.
Bryce, yeah, there's some good scenes in there for you, and you would,
I love
you know,
Bryce.
you would like seeing her. You see enough
That
of her. She's
Triceratops.
in there quite a bit. Yep.
I love the Triceratops. Yeah,
Triceratops attacking it.
that's my favorite dinosaur, I think. Yep.
Yeah, it was a stampede, and there's baby Blue's baby there that got stolen by poachers, and yeah,
Mm,
Unless you turn blue there. Just kidding.
the hell's that?
hey, she could be the new Mystique.
Is that from the movie? Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go.
No argument with Claudio now.
But, I mean, the objective
you
of these kind of movies is supposed to be a fun popcorn movie. So, I mean, how would you say it satisfied that part, Dad Man? I mean, you had fun. I mean, maybe obviously.
Well,
not
the one
best.
thing is, I had to watch it alone because Mrs. didn't want to go see it, and the kids rebelled. So, I mean, without the Mrs. there, it's kind of hard. We just eaten Mexican, so I didn't have popcorn. But it would be. My problem
Save
is
money.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, I got in for free because we're part of a movie club thing and didn't even have to pay to see it. So, even better. But I would say that it is. I really do. I think the problem is I had some significant letdowns on some things. But I think most people could go enjoy it, have some popcorn, cuddle up with somebody, and just have fun with it. It was not. Let's put it this way. This is not like when I went and saw Solo. When I started getting up, yelling, when I saw the idiot that should have never come back with his double red lightsaber show up, and it's like,
Steve.
Hey, Maddie's daddy.
Steve.
hey, Steve.
Greetings, gentlemen, and
Good evening.
I think there's one lady in the group as well, Ptolemy. Greetings.
Good evening. Good evening.
Bob.
I have not seen this movie yet, so.
Neither have we. That's Dad Man's job.
Dad Man's our special correspondent for the evening.
Okay.
Yes, but to your question, I think it's a good popcorn type movie. It just don't go in with a lot of expectations. Just be entertained, accept it for a movie, and at that point, it did check those boxes. Like I said, that the Solo movie was like so bad that it was just like.
Well, I know you can't stand Darth Maul. You're a huge Star Wars fan. For people that don't know, and that really got you but he was only cut mostly in half. He was mostly dead. He wasn't all dead.
No, he was
Dad Man.
completely in half.
Mostly dead.
He was completely cut in half in Phantom Menace, and me and Ash have the biggest battles over that because it's like,
Clone Wars did a good job bringing him back.
But see, that's the problem. The Clone Wars, the Rebels series, I can't accept that, because to accept that means that a second-rate Sith apprentice did things that more powerful Sith Lords could never do, in spite of all their alchemy, all their spells, all their dark side Force uses. I guess they had things that you helped bring him back, but I don't know.
But
no, he wasn't dead though. Just because of his species, the way that his anatomy was really what the deal was.
How did they explain him coming back, surviving the getting chopped in half? Not to get Dadman too upset.
Well, like Clobby said, is about the species, the Night Sisters. There's things that happen, but
they try to explain it. Yep.
The Night Sisters or whatever, right?
Yeah. But see, to me, I don't. That is writing it to. Oops, we should have never written this character off, so we're going to come up with some excuse to make it. My point is, there are bigger, much more powerful Sith Lords, not apprentices, Lords, that tried to live forever. They tried to do stuff like that, and they were never successful in doing it. And that's my hang up on it, that I can't accept that.
If it makes you feel any better, though, let's see here. Obi-Wan handed him his ass in a fight, and then later, old Obi-Wan. He went and met old Obi-Wan when he was close to age of Star Wars. And then also, finally, the Emperor really wiped the floor with him and killed his ass.
Exactly. Yeah.
So screw Darth Maul.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my biggest point with it. I know that they've done stuff to explain it and all that other stuff, but sometimes characters are good and they serve their time and need to just go away. Their talk with Ahsoka was that Lucas wanted her to die in Order 66, but they didn't, it just, I don't know. I just think it's like movies. Sometimes one is more than enough. Don't mess with your original. And sometimes you've got great characters. They need to serve a little bit of time and then go away instead of being milked, again and again, just for the money, But
yeah. Well, I hear you.
Yeah.
But a lot of fanboys loved Darth Maul. It was almost like the ones with the Boba fetish.
Mm-hmm.
They were nuts for Darth Maul. Not me.
No.
Man, I thought I was fine. I was glad Obi-Wan beat him.
Yeah,
and they all whined about Obi-Wan beating him, saying, he shouldn't be able to beat him. Well, screw that. I'm glad the good guy won. He's Obi-Wan.
Yeah, you got to lay the groundwork for him to become one of the greatest Jedi Knights when that had to survive the Emperor rising. I don't know. It's like I like Boba Fett as a character, and I can understand that from the expanded universe and the original movies standpoints with the way they had written the character. But yeah, I haven't even watched the new series because I just won't.
No, you don't want to. It's bad.
When I hear people saying, and I know there's a risk when you just rely on what other people say, though, is that when the better episodes are when the Mandalorian's in it, and they don't say much about Boba Fett.
That's true.
That's not a good.
That's right. Yeah. Boba Fett's not even in those 2 episodes.
Yeah, how's the Boba Fett series? Yeah.
Yeah.
That show sucks. But not on Obi-Wan sucks even more. And there's the thing, this Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I never thought I'd say this because I don't hate the prequels like a lot of people do. But I do understand a lot of the criticisms of them, and some of them are very valid. But I think Ewan McGregor is terrific as Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah.
After seeing this pathetic show, it makes me want to go back and watch the prequels just to see him, Obi-Wan, as an actual man again instead of a cowardly piece of crap.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Really
you saw his journey from being young and the backseat to growing and taking the lead and becoming a real powerful Jedi.
McGregor was terrific.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a perfect casting. But Clobby, to your point though about going back and watching them, and they were not the best, but they had to move the plot. They had to move it along, show the origins to the rise of the Emperor, and it had to be done.
Sorry to interrupt that, man. Let's welcome the Dork Knight to Sunday Night Geekery. Hey,
hello.
Great to see you.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on.
Anytime. Glad
I
you
usually
joined,
I usually get triggered by you sent me the link and then you guys started talking about Obi-Wan, but fortunately, because I don't know if you guys watch the Salty Nerd podcast, but a couple weeks ago on the Saturday edition, I had a full-blown meltdown for the first time ever on a YouTube show
Oh no.
over Obi-Wan. And then that was over episodes 1 and 2. I refused to watch episode 3, and then my son had me watch it like a week later after the Salty Nerds talked about it.
Yeah.
And then Kadish has an amazing breakdown. It's actually 10 minutes longer than the episode for episode 4.
4 short.
So I my PTSD has calmed down a little bit, so I can talk about
Serenity now. Serenity
it.
now.
Good Lord. Yeah.
Hey, Joffrey's probably right there.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I kind of like I should say like. I thought the first 2 episodes were okay. You know, there's a lot of things I thought were silly, like Leia running away. You know, Leia should be starting for the NFL next year. I mean,
Am I allowed to smoke a pipe on your stream? Some people
yeah,
are weird
sure,
about
yeah,
that.
no
Okay,
problem.
thank
Yeah,
you. All
yeah,
right.
we
Just
like
wanted to
tobacco
ask.
products. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. but yeah, I mean, some things were ridiculous, but it's kind of like Mandalorian. I thought was the first 2 episodes were okay, and then it not like horrible, and then it just totally goes.
And
off
then it turned
the-
into a backdoor Mandalorian season 3, basically.
yeah, so it goes off the rails. So
Yeah.
but the 3rd episode was where spoil. I guess I'll put the spoilers up, but
The show comes pre-spoiled.
it comes re-spoiled. But
third episode of what now?
of Obi-Wan, yep.
Oh, the
So,
one I didn't watch. No. Okay.
Oh,
no,
you
that's
watched
the
it?
one-
You said I thought you said
Yeah,
you watched
I watched it like a week later. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Okay.
but you're getting the fight with Darth Vader again, but
Oh, you got some
I didn't
bots
want
in
to.
there, bro.
Yeah. Oh, Eric K is here. We're Eric K.
Yeah,
I'll get him. Yep.
Eric and
Sorry.
I'm hitting him too.
Thanks,
Thank
dude.
you for that. Yep.
Yeah.
And the bots sometimes.
My
are
son,
low,
that's the
yeah.
one. Okay, if I remember correctly, the reason my son made me watch it was because my son actually came on the Salty Nerd, and it was hilarious. And he chatted. He's 16, but he was still really funny about it. And but he made me watch. He was trying to defend himself. He was like, I was only making Dad watch it because the Darth Vader scenes were cool, but everything else sucked. And I was like, well, I mean, that's still I could still argue that he like lets him just leave at the end.
Yeah, he let him leave.
He force pushed the fire out, but then a fire starts again, and automatic like somehow he can't do that a second
Can't
time.
control it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So it was just terrible. It's all
He
terrible.
rolled a 1 on his D20.
Yeah,
so-
apparently. and then the last episode where Obi-Wan is like got Leia under the coat in front
Oh
of like
my God.
100 people and nobody notices. Are you kidding me? Like,
yeah, those things were
Pathetic.
ridiculous. Yeah.
ugh.
Well, I was watching the first 2 episodes with my wife, and we were laughing at that too. Like, and she's not into Star Wars. I mean, she's seen the Star Wars movies, just when I throw them back on. Not like
Right.
she's not a geek or a nerd, and yeah, she's like, that was ridiculous. I rewound that too when the guy's chasing Leia, and then he runs into the branch that's across
He
the
is a slow
screen.
guy, I guess.
Yeah, so. Yeah,
Well,
so on
How
Geek
they
Fight-
didn't catch her in that scene where she's running through the woods. I think that's the one you're talking about. That
Yeah, that's
blows-
hysterical.
Yeah.
It's just catch her. I mean, they eventually did catch her, obviously, but it was just like the Benny Hill video that someone music. I don't know who did that. If it was Getting Neurotic or someone did
think
that.
it's
A few people did it because
Yeah,
Kate-
Gary
I
did
know,
it, yeah.
Yeah, I know Kadish did it. I think Major Grin did it. No, I saw it. Like you're talking about that.
Benny Hill music.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was hysterical.
My
yeah.
favorite is the meme of Inigo Montoya. Have you seen the meme with
No.
him and the six-fingered man? So it's like a 3-picture. I'll have to find it. So it has the six-fingered man is no. It has Inigo Montoya as Darth Vader, and they lit up his sword red, and then it has the six-fingered man as Obi-Wan standing there. And then the bottom picture is the six-fingered man running away, because remember, right at that scene, he like runs away,
Yeah,
and it's like,
Obi-Wan
and then it
runs away.
says also Obi-Wan. Which,
He pretty much did run away like that.
yeah,
Phantom Outsider.
Have you seen it? Oh yeah, Hail Phantom. Thanks for joining us, Dadman. Did you seen all of Obi-Wan so far? Or
Nope. I've
You're not
seen
watching.
an episode. I don't have
Yeah, that's
Disney
right.
Plus, so
So you
Dude,
don't.
don't.
You
Yeah,
won't get
don't.
triggered.
I'm.
That man's a huge
but,
Star
but
Wars
put it
fan.
this
So.
way, I've got my universe. I've got the old stuff, the expanded universe. I went with the Mandalorian for a couple of seasons, then they teased with the Luke Skywalker, but now where they're going after Boba Fett and this, I just don't need to headache and spend the money on something I won't enjoy.
Well, not even that, man. Just don't like. It's kind of like after I watched the first 2 episodes, and I mean I love my son, but I'm also really kind of pissed at him because I swore I wasn't going to watch it anymore. But like he's home for the summer,
Yeah.
and it's something we do together.
Yeah.
Same
And then-
thing with my son. Yeah.
And then we get to bitch about it afterwards
Yeah.
together, which is fine, I guess.
See,
but
and that's a good thing. That's a good reason to do something like that. Spending
Yeah.
family. My kids have given up on Star Wars many years ago just because they have interest in other things. But
yeah,
I mean,
which is
that's a good
cool.
thing.
But after the first 2 episodes, my big thing was like I wish I never. It's just like Picard. I wish I'd never watched Picard because I was a huge TNG fan and I loved Captain Picard. And after watching Star Trek Picard, there's no longer a debate if the best captain is Picard or Kirk. Now the debate is it Pike or Kirk? You know what I mean?
No,
That's
Pike.
the debate
There is
now.
no winning Pike. He was only in one episode of The Cage. And he's not.
Are you not watching Strange New Worlds
That's a shitty show. Piece
because
of
no
garbage.
what no, oh wow
It's trash.
dude.
It's not Star Trek.
Pike
That guy
is,
does not belong in the same conversation with actual real James D. Kirk. And
Pike
that show is a piece
oh,
of
wow.
shit.
Okay, hey man, we can agree to disagree. I don't
Yeah, I
want to
agree
upset
that
you.
no, I agree that we're disagreeable. That show's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Star Trek.
Oh, I love Strange New Worlds. It's so good.
Well,
the last episode
Tells me what I
is
need to know.
so classic Trek. The last
Garbage. It
episode.
was so stupid. They ripped it off, and it was never mind. You're right.
Okay, the one with
Terrible,
the kid.
unbelievable.
The
Yeah,
one
that
with
was
the kid?
bad. But I'll give you this. The one episode was before that. Spock and Mock was the worst. And if you can watch that and defend it, then you don't know Trek. So there you go.
Well, hey guys, it was really nice joining y'all. Thank you for having me. No,
Take
I'm
it
just
easy.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
No.
But the point I was
hey.
trying to make was I wish I'd never watched Picard, just like I wished I'd never watched Obi-Wan, because I held both of them in the same regard.
See, we agree
And-
on that.
Yeah, and I agree with that
So-
too because I don't want to see a watered down Obi-Wan because of what I've seen before.
They're not watering him down; they're breaking him down.
Well,
It's
but
terrible.
they're doing it with
Yeah,
every
that's true.
old character that they've had, and I just don't want to go there. I don't want to see it. You know, it's like watching your favorite sports ball athlete staying on too long, and you know he's not.
I get it.
winning.
I'm a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
watching Ric Flair come back when he's 70. Don't do
Yeah.
that, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
It's
do
like,
that.
yeah.
He almost
But I
died
did
a few
want-
years ago, didn't
I
he?
did.
Yeah.
I did want to share a story real quick because Claudia talked about the prequels, and you know they do get some bad rap because you know they had to move the franchise from one point to the next. But and you'll like this, I think, too, because it's a family story. When that Attack of the Clones to me was the worst of the 3 prequel movies. It was just, especially the Naboo romance scenes.
That's
Well,
so funny
yeah.
to say. That's my
my
oldest
daughter-
son's
my-
favorite movie.
My oldest daughter was 2.5 at the time. She went and watched a 2.5 hour movie at 2.5 years old. That movie twice in the theater. The second time, she's like, when they're on the Naboo scene, she's like, "Daddy, when are they going to quit the romance and start fighting again?"
Yeah, that
That's
dialogue
it.
was
That's
so
it.
stupid
That's
and
it.
horrible. Yeah,
That's impressive. Now, my oldest son is 23, and he and I have these crazy, like nerd debates all the time. And his favorite, so he loves the prequels just because of his age. You know what I mean? I think it's a generational thing. He loves the prequels, but his favorite. I always thought his favorite was 3 because I actually out of the first 3 movies or the prequels. You know what I mean? Revenge of the Sith. For various reasons, is my favorite. I mean, but which is not. I mean, there wasn't really a high bar, but that's my favorite. My son's though is Attack of the Clones, and that blows my mind. But I think it has a lot to do with he made me take him to see it like 5 or 6 times. He was like 7 or 8 when it came out.
well, it's
you know
a
what I
different
mean?
experience with that.
Yeah.
Somebody had mentioned before seeing Star Wars in '70. That was Geek Flag had mentioned seeing Star Wars in the movie theater in '77. So I'm old enough. I was there with my dad, and that was that was an amazing experience to see that on the big screen. It blew me away too. And,
I saw when they re-released it, which they did several times. But the only Empire Strikes Back was the first one I saw proper, like when it was actually released.
Actually released, yeah.
Yeah, and then Return of the Jedi came out. I want to say it came out the same summer as the Transformers movie, the cartoon,
A little bit
like,
earlier than that. It was 83.
Was it? Okay. Really, they were really close together. I just remember my mom took me to both of them, and my brother couldn't care less. So he didn't go with us. So it was just me and my mom to go see those two movies. So, but
it was just such an experience seeing that in the movie theater, and then so something you grow. And I think too, like people that are a little bit younger, so that like the prequels are their thing, and that's when they first saw Star Wars, and you got to give it to Lucas too. He had different planets, all kinds of creatures.
Well, the cool thing was in '97 they re-released the original trilogy in the theaters.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But my son was born. My oldest was born in '98, so it's kind of funny. I just wish he was a tiny bit older because I was fortunate enough to where I got to, because the way they did it, they released like one a year, and then they did the prequels after that, and so I got to kind of see one a year for all 6 of those movies in the theater in my adult years, but he only got to see 3 of them.
Yeah, back in '97 they did release all of them at the same time.
They did it the same year.
Was it the same year?
Yes,
okay.
my wife and
Over
I.
the course of a couple of months.
Well, my wife and I, I don't know how they scheduled or whatever, but we saw Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi all on the same day, back to back to back.
Oh,
We
wow.
spent like half a day in the movie theater, and it was really fun to watch them like that.
I didn't man, was that everywhere? So I was living in High Point, North Carolina at the
It
time.
was in Florida at least. Maybe it was regional, but here in Florida,
Yeah.
where we live.
Yeah, because I if I could have saw them all on the same day, I would have. But
Yeah.
they wouldn't like that in North Carolina.
What they probably did that in select theaters, because at first it was like one. It was for a couple of weeks the first one, then a couple weeks later the third one. Second one and third one. They did it over the course of a couple of months. Then later they may have, did a big. Some theaters probably did a special thingy where they did it all day. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I even won a thing, a poster. My ex-wife has it now. My second ex-wife. It was the movie poster that was for A New Hope, for the re-release of it. And I won that, like a framed movie poster of it. But like I said, she has it now. But that's fine.
Well, going back to the first release in '77, that is I think I might have seen it twice, but I know one time my parents and my grandparents we all went together, and that's the only movie I ever remember seeing in the theater with my grandparents.
Speaking of A New Hope, do you guys see it here?
There you go.
Like, do you see what's going on here? Do you see this?
Oh, that's the. Oh, I remember that. Who did that shirt? Was that?
No, this is me. This is my design.
Nice. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I released it as a print at the Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con probably like 6-7 years ago, and now thanks to the guys over at the Popcast, because I'm on a lot of these shows. They own or they work with, or some Mixed Tees as a sponsor or something like that, and. I was showing them my designs, and they're like, "Oh man, those are cool. Have you ever thought about putting them on shirts?" I was like, "Dude, I'd love to." So I've got like 7 shirt designs over there now that they let me do. So this is one of them. So yeah,
yeah. Remember the He-Man? Yeah, I remember seeing
He-Man Star Wars mashup.
Pop Culture Minefield. I think when you were on, you were showing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so Geek Flex, and I watched all the Star Wars movies in the theater except 2. I did not go to the theater to watch Solo. Did not watch Rise of Skywalker in the theater. I watched both of them on Disney Plus. Yeah, I was telling the story too last week. My dad, we became Indiana Jones was his favorite. He loved, but he still loved ended up liking Star Wars, even though I was begging him to go see it as in '77. He's like, it's gonna be crap. This will be crap. Why do I waste my time? And then he ended up loving it. And then when The Force Awakens came out, unfortunately my dad had cancer at the time. I wasn't doing great, but I said maybe I'll. Maybe we'll go see it, Dad. And then, of course, when Han Solo gets killed in the end, I was like, gosh, why the heck, we're not going to get to see the original 3 together. And I'm like, God, Dad, I don't think you're going to want to see this movie. Yeah. You're better off not seeing it.
Everybody would be better off not seeing that trash.
So, Mark, a question. So, if you had a chance to take a group of guys like the 4 of us out for another birthday movie,
Oh yeah, it's my birthday next Friday.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Well,
you
would
guys
you-
want to go see
Oh.
Green Lantern
Yeah.
again?
Well, no. Here's my question: would you rather take us to see Green Lantern or Rise of Skywalker?
Green Lantern.
Not even close.
Well, first of all, that's like a Sophie's choice. But secondly,
I say
Green
no.
Lantern, hands down.
No,
Because,
no.
That is weird because I like Green
say-
Lantern. I like the Green Lantern movie though.
No, dude, are you? Oh, hold up.
What about-
Jeepers,
what about-
Eddie, that was slow. You mean Roger Rabbit? Because
I
that's
don't
what that
remember
movie.
that part, but I like the movie. It hit with me. Sometimes I
No, that wasn't in the movie. I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
the whole, like the way
Yeah.
they did his mask and his suit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It looks so much like Roger Rabbit to me.
and that
like,
probably is true. But see,
you
I
know.
don't pick up on those type of things, and that might
Yeah.
be part of. I'm
Well, Steve,
more-
Steve, you're an animator. What did you think of Green Lantern? And hopefully, you didn't animate his glasses or his mask, right?
What did I think of Green Lantern? I think
The movie.
Yeah, the Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
I thought it was horrible. I kind of get the
a
idea.
man with
of-
taste.
I kind of thank you. That's
Right there.
Not,
Right
not said about often about me, but I get the idea of doing the CG mask because the idea is, that he creates it with his ring every time.
Yes.
The reluctant hero thing has been played out too much.
And it doesn't fit Hal Jordan at all.
Doesn't fit Hal Jordan. Yeah, the whole I'm not going to Alderaan. I got chores to do. I'm in enough trouble as it is. That doesn't work. The villain didn't work.
Parallax was terrible.
Parallax. What a name. Parallax.
Well, and we didn't get to see the guy playing Sinestro was great, but we didn't get to see him go bad. So
Yep.
Well done, Green Lantern. Yeah,
I did like the use of
Mark
willpower at
Mark
the end.
Strong. Mark Strong is great. I mean, it's
yeah.
Oh, he
Mark-
was the best part of that movie. Sinestro,
Oh, yeah.
totally.
that
Yeah.
line Dork Knight could work for almost all of his movies. He's been in a bunch of terrible movies, but
That's
he
great.
like you just want to watch him long enough to see him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the only good thing in Shazam.
I love the part in Shazam where he's like, I can't hear you. Or like,
It's not really who I would think of as Savannah, but still, he did a good job.
He did, well, yeah. He's a part of it is his voice. This like
Yeah.
that. Well done,
Dude,
Green Lantern.
and the
he's
the Kingsman, he's great in that too. In both of those Kingsman movies he was in.
Yes.
He's like the out or
He's a
the
good actor. Yeah.
yeah,
He's-
the Alfred or the butler or the
It's
Well,
a part of it is his voice. His voice just
Yeah.
has that
Good
gravitas.
voice.
Oh, he's got a
to it,
great well the gravitas with the accent.
Yeah.
And like kind of the like I don't want to say it's like nose up in the air, but kind of like the higher brow, kind of like authoritative. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he's kind of yeah.
Yeah, no, an upper crust Brit as opposed to a
Yeah.
He does that TV car commercial where he goes commercial where he says Jaguar.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, except he spells his first name the wrong way. But I can forgive him for that.
I have a friend who's English, and over here he's always having women saying, "Oh, your accent is so classy," and he's like, "I won't try to do the accent." I said, "Mate, where I'm from, when women hear my accent, they pull their children closer."
So that must be a Cockney accent then.
He's got it's Manchester,
Manchester?
Oh.
actually Bolton.
Okay.
Which I found out my ancestors used to own. But to an American ear, he's very
Oh my
classy and
God.
sophisticated.
Geek flag, I wish you'd have never said that. That's a genius idea. That would be great casting. I've never even thought of that.
That is
Tell
that
me-
is a good idea.
Tell me you guys don't think that's
Yeah,
a
he'd
great
be, no,
idea.
that'd be good. Yeah, no, he's a great actor. So, yep,
He
I
could
could
do it
see, I
now,
could see
you
that
know?
work. Yep, I
Yeah.
could see that working. Yep. Of course, I don't know how good the movie's gonna be, but yeah, could be
know-
the best part of another movie again. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. Shit.
I'd like to have an American Charles Xavier again. He was never British in the comics.
No.
Right.
He's
No,
probably
he
the
He was
wasn't.
only British because Patrick
Well,
Stewart can't do an American accent.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Does Mark Strong, is he not able to do an American accent? I could have swore I've heard him do one in a movie before.
I don't know if
Could
I
be.
ever heard
I
him
don't
do
know.
one.
Well, look,
I have to look that up.
Everybody's got to be British now playing Americans. I mean, look at Walking Dead.
Spider-Man.
Rick Grimes
Well,
is
Superman,
played by
Spider-Man, Walking Dead,
Yeah,
like
Can
come on.
Americans
Hail-
not talk?
Professor
Hail
X.
Captain James T. Skywalker. I keep planning to do a little one strip cartoon of it would be like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, who else? Commissioner Gordon, and like have Spider-Man reading a paper and say something like, you know, the value of the pound is down as they go down the line, and all these other American superheroes
It's
would
tea
be
time,
like,
yeah.
bloody
Time for tea or
dicks,
something.
God save the
Yeah.
queen, yeah.
Right?
Bloody hell, you know. It's like,
Save some jobs for Americans, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
That's
my
right,
God.
American actors again, yeah.
So to this guy's thing, Mark, have you seen 24/7 Fusion Media's review of the Black Adam trailer?
I heard he went off on it. I haven't watched it
Dude,
yet.
you gotta. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, can I cuss
That's
on
okay.
here? I'm
You
sorry.
can, not too
Okay.
much, yeah.
Okay.
Just once
It-
every
it-
10 minutes, yeah.
Okay, it's freaking hilarious because he's like me. He's like a
He's a big
hardcore
comic book, yeah,
nerd,
24's
man.
yeah.
And so he would like something would happen. He'll pause it and he would just like go off. And he was like so mad about it. It's hilarious. I don't know. I was in tears laughing at it. You guys should
Was that
totally
bad? Well,
check-
I haven't.
Yeah,
we could
yeah.
watch it now.
And I didn't even
quickly.
I didn't even think the trailer was bad. I mean, the couple of things he pointed out bothered me, but like he gets like I almost think he does it on purpose. He gets so emotional. It's so funny. It's
Well,
like,
when you're invested in these characters and you're a collector and you grow up loving them, and then like when we Cloudburn Times and I are obviously huge Thing fans, and when you see the Fan Four Stick movie and it's they try to copy the Ultimate Fantastic Four, and it's
I
just
am
an
still
abomination.
proud to say I've never seen that movie,
Yeah,
and I
don't
never will.
waste your time.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
did
You
show
know-
the trailer for Black Adam at with the Jurassic World movie.
Oh, I'm not gonna watch
they
that
did, yeah?
either. I didn't
Yeah.
even see the last one. Oh, we're gonna watch the trailer because I was gonna say
Yeah, well, I'll
don't
do it
wa-
without
d-
sound. I'll do it without sound. 'cause
Yeah,
then
don't
they-
watch
they-
Mark D's review because he's dropping f-bombs every
Yeah,
second.
Well, we got some.
Oh, the trailer. You're not going to watch
Well, this is
24/7.
Well, no, I'm just. Yeah, I don't want to play. I don't want to. I'll tell everyone to. It should pop.
Yeah, we'll go.
The sub.
Go see
I'll
my
put
buddy.
the link in.
Go see
Yeah,
my
watch
boy
on his
24/7's
channel,
vid. Everybody, he's got a great
Yeah,
channel. He's
he's
a
a
good
great
dude,
guy,
good
yeah.
friend.
Yeah, and his
So I guess-
review of this trailer is hilarious. Oh my god.
It's a
So
shame
they
because
explain-
Pierce Brosnan would be great as Dr. Fate in the real movie.
Yeah.
In a real movie, yeah.
So how are they explaining his powers on this one? He's.
So that's
are they
what he's
changing
getting.
it from the comics, or they?
I don't know. That's what
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't. That's what he's getting upset about. He's like, why they got him in a effing tank? You know, he don't need to be in a tank. And how did his son die to save him when he died? He just said the line before he died. Dude, you guys just I can't even do it
Yeah,
justice.
well,
You got to
I'll
watch
put
it.
the
Well,
link
he's a
in,
fan
but
of
yeah.
real deal, old school Captain Adam from the real origins, the Golden Age. He loves
Yeah.
the Golden Age. Captain Marvel, the real one, Shazam, not
Yeah.
the movie crap, is his favorite
Yeah.
character. So that's
Captain
really
Sparkle Fingers. Yeah.
Oh man, and he loses his
Adam
shiznit
Smasher.
over Hawkeye.
Yeah.
He-
Well, Adam Smasher looks like shit. Look at that.
yeah,
That's
No,
not
but
the
he-
Adam. That's Adam Smasher.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
Pierce Brosnan looks good.
Hawkman, like he
Wow,
was
that looks
so mad about that. He's like, he's not the Falcon. His wings don't retract because there's like apparently there's a clip in here.
Yeah.
right here, boom, right there. No wings.
No wings. Okay.
Also,
no,
Yeah.
you know, if they're going to change the race of Hawkman, they should make him Egyptian. You know, or at least
Yes.
look Egyptian. Like like The Rock could pass as Egyptian. You know, so you could because Black Adam was, the
Egyptian,
black
yeah.
referring to
He-
the black, the black soil of the Nile.
Yeah. Rock is what I like to call racially ambiguous. Don't you guys have those friends where you
Oh,
don't
totally,
know what like they could be Middle
We killed that
Eastern
guy.
or Mexican or
I have a
you know,
I have a
like-
daughter like that.
Oh, fair enough. So there you go.
my daughter could probably pass as all kinds of stuff. I just can't really tell from that picture, but yeah, because she's a little bit of everything. So
Why
but
did
yeah.
they start out so old with Dr. Fate? Because Brosnan's supposed to be Dr. Fate, right?
Exactly. That's another
Yep.
thing that's annoying. Even though I like
Yeah.
Brosnan. And this, of course, I guess it's an homage to the first Iron Man movie.
It's kind of like Young Justice, where Fate was so old. You know, he was voiced by Ed Asner, and was about to die of old age anyway, or something.
That looks like shit. I hate him. Ugh.
Yeah, well, it's like when they had in Marvel when they had Hank Pym is an old guy, great
Yeah.
actor.
And you never see him.
Then you miss out on all those adventures as Hank.
Yeah.
Hank Pym, unless they do a
MCU's all
younger.
screwed up.
Yeah.
Well, they also do that with the villains. Like they kill off a villain. With the exception of Loki, it's like they have a great villain and they
Right,
kill
and
him
they
at the
kill
end of
him
the
all the
story.
time. Idiot.
You
Well,
know,
they
the Green
did.
Goblin, Doctor Octopus, etc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate the way he looks.
So yeah, and the thing is, he could. I mean, if they had gone back to the original concept of, or the original storyline of Black Adam being the first, essentially Captain Marvel in ancient Egypt,
Right.
and
What he was.
then yeah, and he's basically
a
sitting
villain,
on top. He's just sitting on top of a pyramid, and then realizes that people are ants, and that he should rule over them.
Part of that's in this, but yeah.
And then
Well,
spending 30,000 years flying, or not 30,000 years, but what, 10,000
5,000
years or
years,
so,
whatever it is.
5,000 years, I guess. Yeah,
Let me ask you a quick
flying
question.
the whole time.
Back to that scene in the van. Okay, because I know a lot of these movies are trying to insert all this humor. Like I saw this trailer, and the impression I got was this was supposed to be a funny thing with them rolling up the windows. Are they comics, or is this character?
That girl
really,
looks familiar.
Is this character? Are these comics supposed to have that kind of humor in it, or are they darker?
Yeah, all comics. I mean, all these comic movies do that now.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yeah. I wouldn't even be surprised.
Snark. They had the snark. Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if, when I was listening to you guys talk about it earlier, I bet you they do a flashback scene where they do a Marvel de-aging on Pierce Brosnan as a young Dr. Fate for a couple minutes.
Could be.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Probably,
be surprised.
yeah.
Wouldn't even
I'd bet
surprise
money
me.
on it. I'd bet money
Oh.
on it, yeah.
Okay, kids are calling. I may or may not be back. Thanks for having me, guys.
That was great to have you, Dork Knight. Yep.
Yeah, but if I do make it back, can we talk about Orville?
Yeah, we'll talk some
Yeah.
Orville. Yep.
All
Yep. All right.
See you
Good to
later.
have you. Take care. So yeah, so I guess this must be I'm guessing this is when they first meet Black Adam from looking at this. That's got to be like them discovering Black Adam for the first time in the future. I'm guessing, right? He caught a rocket. Yeah. So that's the typical snark that they always have to put in in this stuff. So that's that kind of stuff drives me.
It seemed Marvel-esque, cinema Marvel-esque there.
I've been talking this thing for 10 years.
Hungry Boy has a good point. When I was talking about the original concept of Black Adam being a hero and then seeing the people looking like ants and decide that he's going to rule, and he said, yes, but we can't allow an Egyptian person to hold that philosophy. Blue hairs can't accept a truly villainous
Yep, a
Egyptian.
person of color, Bill. Yep, that's right.
I would say foreigner. Anybody who's
True.
not American can't be,
Not a white.
these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be a white man to be the villain.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Well,
So,
I will say I credit another streamer that made this equivalence with the Jurassic World movie about how the bad guy looks like Tim Cook. Like, what? And then when I saw it, it's like, yeah, I can't get that image out of my head.
Tim Cook from Apple.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You look at it.
Stream got taken down, guys. Hold on.
Oh no.
Let's check
sure
here.
did. Policy
Just
violations.
Violation. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Oh, because of you showed the clip.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably come back maybe in a few minutes. Yep.
Wow.
Oh man.
Well, hang on.
What the hell?
Are we
Are you
timed
kidding?
out or just flat
Yeah.
off?
Well, it'll come back.
Stream unavailable. Wow.
Not like Dwight Joffrey said, the bots must have complained about being reported as bots.
Unreal.
No.
No, you can't even show damn trailers anymore. Even though you stopped it and you did all the right stuff.
And you're talking and you're commentating on it, It's
And
Yeah.
no sound. It's so stupid. It's such a dumb rule. I mean, you're helping to promote up somebody's damn product.
Yeah, because if other people are showing it too, so that's
I was on a stream
Yeah.
once where they tried to talk about an actor many years ago. And how do you have a tribute to an actor unless you show some clips and stuff like that?
Oh, I guess we're back now. I
Hey.
guess they're back now. Yep. We are back.
Hey.
So yeah. So
Nice.
Sure.
yeah. Oh, I got slapped. I guess for showing the I guess showing a trailer with the sound off. I
Bad
guess
mark.
I know who was who
Bad
did
mark.
that. Yeah.
I'll bet William Pounder reported you. I'm kidding, William. I picked your name at random. I should have
Matthew?
gone with Hungry. I should have gone with Hungry Boy because Hungry Boy would have known
Yeah.
You mean
completely
Matthew?
that I was joking.
Yeah. Let's see what they said on the YouTube studio. Yeah. No, but I mean that's kind of crazy too. When you play without sound, just to show it and stop it. Yeah, might have been Jurassic. Let's see what they say in the
Nice one, Eric
content.
K.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
this is the first time this has ever happened to me.
Well, that's
Live on
happened
air.
a bunch of times. Yeah, for
It could be my shirt too. I mean, maybe they think it's a copyrighted god.
Maybe it's Clobby's avatar with the cigarette.
yeah.
I
Well, the
mean,
thing is,
that's what I would do.
they can say you can't show it, but it's their prerogative. Obviously, it's their IP. But when you're reviewing something and stopping and starting it and 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 no volume either, it's like that's kind of crazy. But yeah, whatever. So I'm not monetized, so I guess it can't, Warner Brothers are going to get a lot of money off of my video tonight. So God bless them. Yep.
Eric K. I make that joke all the time. Eric K. Captain James T. Skywalker said they're back, and Eric K. said looks like they're front to me.
Yeah, they're front. Yeah. Put them pump. Well, anyway, now that while we're still live, let me show these cool figures that I got. Finally, I don't know if Ironcaster is still here, but I was showing this on the Clubhouse. But here's, let me take the comment off. Yep. Let's see. So here's Mr. Spock, the Mego. So it's a special Topps was promoting Mego. I don't know what the relationship was there, but they were offering 2 custom or limited edition Megos each week. So this is one of the Star Trek ones. And Ironcaster, I think, got who did he say he got? I can't remember now. Another Star Trek character. So it's this is supposed to be, I guess, TMP Spock. So the uniform's not exactly right, but you got the TMP phaser there, which is cool. And you got the colors, and of course it was Spock, limited edition Mego. So had to get it, of course. So I thought that was pretty cool. Here, let's go back now. I figured out how to get that full screen there. Let's see here.
Jeffrey says that doesn't look like Zachary Quinto to me.
So that's Spock, and here let's grab the original. Here's the original Mego Spock side by side, right? Here's, so pretty, definitely a different face sculpt, but
Yeah. The one in the box looks older somehow.
Yeah,
More gaunt maybe a little bit.
and we got Core.
So that's how you spell it.
Core the Klingon. Raquel liked his sparkly pants, so yep.
Sparkly pants. Very disco.
The head sculpt is pretty good on this one. I have to say. And, Megos aren't supposed to be, hot toys either, but this is pretty damn.
With sparkly
Pretty damn
like
good.
that, all he needs is some ice cream with him.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at that face there.
Wow.
The Klingon.
Yeah.
So these were offered there's a video on my channel about these. They're discontinued now, or they stopped that series. So for a while they were coming out with 2 a week, and they had I think they had Green Lantern, Green Arrow, bunch of Star Trek figures. They had some Planet of the Apes guys, and I guess with the supply chain problems and getting stuff from China.
Sickness. Oh, Jeffrey, that's great. Star Trek: The Motion Sickness. I think I'm the only one in this group that doesn't like Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
I love it now. Yeah.
All I can hear is "I am nomad." You are the creator.
Nomad.
You are the creator. Yeah.
The original. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you, Steve. I did not get into that very well because we watched it a couple months ago. Among all the Star Trek stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's because, but then again, I had the background of science fantasy more than sci-fi. There's different expectations, but
Yeah.
I did like Undiscovered Country. There are some Star Trek movies I like.
I liked Undiscovered Country. And
Actually, that's what I hate. So there you
Clobby
go.
didn't
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, I want my Star Trek to have a few punches
That's
thrown,
political dribble in it.
to have a mystery,
Yeah.
to have a mystery solved, some punches thrown.
Yeah,
I don't need it. I mean, there are great episodes of Trek that have no action in it. Not that I don't like action sometimes, but they don't need it.
Yeah.
Not one punch. It's not like one whole punch thrown in Wrath of Khan.
Clobby,
Yeah.
you bring this channel's ratings down.
I'll do a special on you.
We'll do a special.
No,
on
but
you.
look, Geek Flag just subbed, so thank you, Geek Flag, much appreciated. Thank you for hanging out with us, and
Hey,
thank
Geek
you for
Flag's been
subbing
doing
to the channel.
some good comments too.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. Yep.
Very
You're
good.
gonna fit right in around here, Geek Flag.
So check out, of course, Clobberin's Times channel. That's in the link below. Great. I don't know if you've been to his channel or not, but he's got some great comic book and geek shows and Star Trek on Saturday night. If you're a big Star Trek fan, you'll like that.
My channel sucks. I hate
It's
it.
a pretty big Star Trek Saturday night group. I mean,
Yeah.
We
last
have a
night,
lot of fun.
It's
they
a
had
wonderful
40 I think
party
there
on
was
Saturday.
47. I think there were 47 people last night. You know,
Wow.
so
At
it's
one
growing all the time. Yeah, so
Yeah, I
awesome.
mean-
That channel's growing all the time. You know?
Yeah, thanks.
See,
I thought we'd go out for a hamburger or whatever you want to do.
And see, I'm not
Ready
into big
for
comic collections, and I don't have y'all's depth of knowledge. But I love watching Clobby's channel when he just talks on about comics and stuff like that.
Nah, my channel. Don't listen to them. My channel sucks, dude.
No.
You'll hate it.
Clobby knows almost everything about comics. It's
very little.
astounding.
I know nothing.
It's
I know
Very
astounding.
little. I know nothing.
He's
I know nothing.
all the Star Trek stuff, with the exception of Voyager, the only one you didn't like. Blake 7, probably what Red Dwarf, Clobby? Are you a Red Dwarf guy?
Red
as well?
Dwarf, yeah. Doctor Who, real Doctor Who.
You're a big Prisoner fan.
Yeah, I am.
Time Tunnel.
Love Time Tunnel.
Yeah, so Clobby's old school. I mean, he's old school. He's
Old.
he's
I'm
one
old, but I
room.
never
what's
made.
that?
I never went to school.
He's one room schoolhouse.
Yeah,
Old school.
No, see, that's not true. I'm old, but I never went to. I got kicked out of school. So
Yeah. And actually, Clobby used to be my supplier, my comic supplier, and he would be.
Yeah,
Clobby,
clarify
Clobby-
that. Yeah.
Clobby introduced me
Crazy.
to the Simonson Thor run, which I bought for years because he was on it for years. The new Teen Titans, the Watchmen, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, Clobby has a good channel, you know, and
thanks. Dude.
and we're gonna. I think Mark and I at some point are probably gonna talk about 3D printing and sculpting and stuff.
Yep.
And Clobby and I are going to talk animation because, as he mentioned, I'm an animator. So I thought I would sort of break down the principles of animation. So because people can generally say that animation looked good or that animation didn't look good, but they don't know why. And I think I could give everyone the tools to say, now I see why that sucked, or that's why that was so good. Bah. That's highly significant. Sorry, we were just slaked. Yeah, Clobby and I are always quoting old TV shows, old movies. Every time I.
How about you
every
do
time-
a show that you can only speak in quotes?
We could do that.
That
I could do a show
nice.
where I could do a show where every time I used to show up to Clobby's door, and some of you will get this, and some of you may not. He would open the door and say, "Be a pet and mail this for me, will you?" And then close the door in my face.
So you think you could do a whole show with just quotes, right?
Yes.
well, there are 3 movies.
Inconceivable. 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 You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Never go in against a pavilion when death is on the line.
That's
good, Steve. By the way, excellent.
Thank you.
Well-
I've been learning from Clobby.
I have 3 items to draw from: Airplane, Naked Gun, and Beavis and Butthead. So hey,
Hey, not a mouse. What's up there, dude? A Spider Woman #1.
Hey,
Which-
Maz.
I
Hell,
assume the 70s issue.
nice.
Dad Man, you didn't say Princess Bride. Is that not in your repertoire?
I still have not watched it yet.
Oh
Dude,
my goodness!
do it for me. Do it
I
for
will.
me.
We've got.
You have to do a watch
it.
party with Raquel because she hasn't seen it yet. We should set that up.
Oh,
Wow.
man, I think she would. It's
That would be awesome.
it's better than the title. The writer William Goldman, who didn't he write Marathon Man and he wrote a lot of those 70s political thriller things, and he wrote this because he was putting his little girls to bed one night years ago. I mean, they're probably senior citizens by now, and he said, what kind of story would you like Daddy to tell you for bedtime? And one of the girls said, a princess. The other girl said, a bride. But The Princess Bride is a horrible title. It's why the movie didn't do well until it was on VHS and people like me started saying, you've got to watch this movie. And it's a
It
great
didn't do
movie.
well in the movie theater.
It didn't do well at all.
I went. I got dragged to it. I was like, I didn't really want to go because what is this? Like, no, you go to see it, Gustin. I think it was with Claude, a couple of my friends. We all went and saw him.
My brother, Klobby, told me, he said, Steve, you're going to love this movie. I wasn't going to go to RoboCop either. And my brother said, for both of those movies, you got to go.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
said,
good night,
and I
JD
said-
Lewis.
I
Thanks
said,
for
"I'll buy
hanging
you
with
a
us.
dollar."
Have a great week.
Be
Thank
good,
you.
Good night, JD. So Dad, man, just trust me on this. If you don't like it, I will refund your money.
Well,
Yeah.
the best thing you have going for you is that my wife loves it, and she's the one that picks the good movies. I pick
Oh,
the
she needs to
stinkers.
make you watch it, dude.
It's
And you
I
haven't
know.
watched it?
How
That's
she
like a
not
date
made you
night,
watch it
classic
yet?
date night movie. I mean, that's
I
like,
don't
you
know
know,
how. Well,
No, this is Dad, man. Get on him.
Dad, man. So let
Make
me
him
just say
watch
this. Let me just say this.
Mhm.
Mandy Patinkin, who played Inigo Montoya, the sword master.
Mhm.
Oh, and by the way, the sword fight was choreographed by the same guy that choreographed the Star Wars lightsabers. So,
Okay.
but Billy Crystal was so funny ad-libbing his scenes that they had to clear the room and put a dummy on a table
yeah, couldn't
and
stop
do only
laughing.
close-ups. And the guy, Mandy Patinkin bruised a rib. He laughed so hard.
Wow.
And they had to clear the room because Carrie Elways was supposed to play dead, and he could not stop laughing. You could see his stomach going,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Awesome.
it's got Andre the Giant. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
got everything.
it's got everything. It's
got
got
a
sword
Holocaust
fights,
float.
chases, escapes,
You're supposed to lady accent.
true love, magic.
Supposed to lady wrestle with a foreign accent.
Well, I will definitely pass it along to her because I know she loves that movie. And
Jeffrey, that's true about 70s Spider-Woman comics, but sorry, go ahead.
What did
Yeah.
Jeffrey say about best bondage covers? What were they done? Were they done by John Byrne?
Better than better than Wonder
No.
Woman.
Yeah,
Yes.
early Wonder Woman. Yeah.
I don't know, but not by Byrne, though.
all right.
I can't believe he put that in there.
I am the Brute Squad or
Brood Squad.
I am the Brood
I'm on
Squad.
the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad.
What a Brood Squad, yeah. Yeah, it's got Andre the Giant, Peter Falk, Mandy Patinkin. It's so funny. Mandy Patinkin's
Peter Falk,
Axe.
like Columbo.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the guy. Fred Savage. It was like one of his very first things before he got his TV show.
Yeah,
Christopher
great cast. Yeah,
Christopher Guest.
Guest.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Chris
yeah.
Sarandon.
Chris Sarandon, right? Yeah.
Susan Sarandon's brother. Yeah. And
Hungry
he can
Boys.
smell lidocaine powder, but that man's not going to get that joke.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
truly. Yeah, you've heard of Plato, Socrates, Aristotle?
Yeah.
Morons.
Morons.
Sorry.
Yeah, I gotta clip some of those. Yeah.
It's very clippable, very quotable.
It's
Yeah.
that man. I would say it's the most quotable movie, maybe up there with Airplane.
It's way at the top.
Yeah, it's way even more so than my favorite movie. Louis, I think this is the
Casablanca.
beginning of our beautiful friendship. Yeah. Here's looking at you, kid. It blows them away. I'd have to say Airplane and Princess Bride are right there.
Okay.
And plus, in the beginning of Princess Bride, Fred Savage, he's got the action figures in his room. And he's got a Captain America figure. I was trying
He's
to.
got a William
freeze
Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah,
poster.
that's Chicago. Yeah, but just
Yeah.
looking at the room is kind of cool. Yep.
Got Captain. Yeah, he plays like a, not even a Nintendo. What was it? It was like a Atari
No, yeah, this was
700 or
late
something.
80s.
Yeah. But Dad, man, it's one of my favorite movies,
It's
and
a must watch. Yeah.
and I didn't want to see it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see it, and was I wrong.
Well, I usually have learned that when she recommends movies and says something's good, I need to try it and do it because she turns out right.
Yeah.
And it's just I judge it based on the title and being young many years. It's like some of the stuff that I'm watching now. It's like I didn't watch it 20 years ago just because I blew it off. But get a little more mature and stuff, and you learn to broaden your horizons, try new things. Like this whole venture into Star Trek. I mean, that's something. I mean, it's a different world, but being so much on the Star Wars side, I've never thought about giving it a second chance. But we've just giving it a chance. That animated series is great, and I really need to go watch the original series though.
And we could do a food segment too. We could talk about mutton, lettuce, and tomato.
Yeah.
Billy Crystal says to
line.
this day, he says to this day, people come up to him in restaurants and say, "Is it lean?
Is it lean?"
My wage.
I could just imagine him in that.
He was brilliant. That was probably his finest moment, I think. Even though he's only, in it for a small section of it, but he's great. Everybody in this thing is great. I like the guy Mel Smith.
You are in the pit of despair. Don't even think.
Don't even think about trying to escape.
Yeah. Right.
It's,
Well, here,
so
I'll play that
I
clip. It's only
wrote a small part for you, but it just gives you, that's the kind of humor. If you like
it's only
Airplane,
13 seconds. So I can get away with this. Hopefully, let's be daring tonight.
All right.
Yeah, because the quick. So this is when he's they're going to he's Miracle Max. So we're not going to spoil the movie, obviously, but they need to get something from Billy Crystal. But in the end, he's got all these non sequiturs. So he's he's. Well, what were you going to say, Steve?
Before you play it, you notice how it's a close up of just him, because there's nobody else. They I think they even had to lock down the camera, and even the cameraman had to leave.
He was laughing
because they were laughing. So I don't know how well this will play because Dadman hasn't seen the rest of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But they need something from him,
Yeah.
and then he's got all these non sequiturs, and one of them is mutton, lettuce, and tomato.
Truly is the greatest thing in the world, except for nice MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich when the mutton is nice and lean and the tomato is ripe. It's so perky. I love that.
I mean, that's just like
he's saying that in the middle of trying to bring a guy back to life. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Yeah. You are the brute. Inigo Montoya. What a great character.
Yeah.
Just go back at when you. Dwed, Pirate, Wobbers. I'm reading the comments. People are quoting it. It's just a great movie. Andre the Giant is surprisingly great.
He's great in it. Yeah.
No.
He's great in it.
So,
Yeah. Where did we leave the wheelbarrow? Over the albino, I think. Yeah.
Why didn't you list that among our assets in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, maybe this week I can find some time to watch it with the missus and report back.
Or we should set up a watch party. God, that'd be fun. We could do like
that would be good too.
Watch
I'm
party.
just gonna have to find myself another giant. You want me to leave? You want me to leave? You want me to leave you where I found you, unemployed in Greenland?
Yeah.
And you, Clobby, when I met you, you were so stinking drunk you couldn't buy brandy. Of course, Clobby doesn't drink brandy, so
yeah.
No, it's
every time I say goodbye to somebody, I always say "Have fun storming the castle." And like
Have fun storming the
castle. And I
it'll
always
work?
say that, and then
Have
of
you
course,
said
with
that
Batman, it wouldn't work.
But have you said that playing Fortnite before?
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah, I must. I say that.
I
all the
never
time.
knew there was. Okay, now I get the connection.
Dadman, it's like it's as ubiquitous as saying "Don't call me Shirley."
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agreed, especially when we play. Yeah, exactly. That's.
What do you want, like a peanut? Yeah. So yeah, it's Clobby likes movies about gladiators. So
Well, that's why I love Rob Reiner movies. So my new opening, I had the Sure Thing poster, which is that's another must-see movie. Who here has not seen the Sure Thing?
Actually, I haven't.
You haven't seen the Sure Thing? All right.
I'm not sure.
All right, so that's another one of
He's not sure.
really quotable movie that you all should watch. But God, it's another Rob Reiner genius movie, rom-com, but
he's got a
just
good
really
track
quotable.
record.
Really quotable. Like the kids, he's an English major, so he's like his friend is like, dude, you're flunking English. It's your mother tongue. He's making fun of him. And one scene in the movie, he's you don't remember the letters you would write to the girly magazines, the joke letters that people would write, and one of them, his buddy's writing a letter, so he's got to turn in his assignment. So he grabs the letter that his buddy's writing to like Playboy or Penthouse, and the teacher grabs it and starts. I can't repeat it, but it's just one of the great scenes in movies. And there's just so many crazy, they're going cross country. They've got to go meet Goose. Goose is his best friend that he's trying to get to California for the Sure Thing. And they're in the car, and they're stuck with a couple singing show tunes, and all these crazy things happen, all these adventures. And it's a simple movie that wouldn't work today, probably, or with cell phones, it definitely wouldn't work. But sure, we do a watch party of that one too. Sure, I got to review that because it's just a charming class. It's not a epic movie, but it's just a great movie with a nice message. And I was watching with my son's friends before they went back to college, and like they couldn't stop laughing. They're like, how come they don't make movies like this anymore? Everything's got to be a blockbuster. That movie wouldn't get made today.
Yeah.
But it's just so hysterical.
And these days it's got to be based on something that's already a success, an old movie, an old TV show, a comic
remake.
Book. Yeah, remake,
comic adaptation, or whatever.
Geek Flag was talking about Andre the Giant flipped over a VW Bug with 4 teenagers in it because they were making fun of him. Lou Ferrigno in the pilot of The Incredible Hulk in 1977, I think, 78, something like that. He flipped over a car that was supposed to be done with an air hammer, and it was in the rain, but because of the rain, something happened. The air hammer didn't work. And his makeup was running and everything. And according to the director, Kenneth Johnson, he said that Ferrigno just did it, and it was a big old like a Crown Vic or something, so it wasn't a little car. So some of these guys are pretty strong.
They're pretty strong, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Nope.
No, it wasn't Goose from It wasn't Goose from Captain Marvel. It's Anthony Edwards from ER. Yeah, that Goose. Yep. But the Sure Thing, yeah, that's one of my all-time, and probably an obscure movie. And of course, then you get the Spinal Tap, right? I mean, you got that awesome Spinal Tap movie. I'm sure everyone's seen Spinal Tap here, right? Dad, man, you've seen Spinal Tap, right?
No.
No, you haven't seen Spinal Tap. But you got to know this. Let me play this quote.
Everyone's being mean to Dad Man about stuff.
We love Dad Man.
No.
Let him not watch stuff.
We're trying to
enable him.
We're trying to give him new stuff to enjoy because he will.
Yeah.
Spinal Tap was about the fake rock group, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who became a real rock group and toured.
Well, he also did When Harry Met Sally, which was a huge success.
Yeah.
And a movie that Clobby will never see, A Few Good Men, which was, I mean, you can't handle the truth. I mean, another very quotable, quotable movie. So.
Well, here, Dad Man, you've got to see this quote.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
You've had to have heard that in lexicon somewhere.
I probably have.
We're teasing. We're all good-natured fun.
Oh, absolutely. But see, when did that come out? Was that 88?
80s.
80s. See, I will tell you though. I will tell you. Okay, here's the thing. Back then, we didn't have the cable, and my parents never went to the movies. Like when I said the Star Wars, that was a big thing. So I missed a lot of that stuff while it was out, and I never caught back up with it. So that's part of what's happened. But yeah, it looks like fun. But the only thing I can think of watching that clip, because I recognize the dude with long hair, because McCann, I recognize him.
Lenny and Squiggy.
Yeah, exactly. I remember him from that stuff. But all I can sit there and think of is Meathead. When I look at that, it's like a meathead.
That movie is brilliant. Those movies are brilliant. Yeah, and then Phantom's quoting, who invented liquid soap and why? That's one in the Sure Thing, his essay that he's reading, like as a non sequitur. He's writing about why pizza is so good. And Nick, I wonder if Nick Wise has seen the scene describing eating pizza. He's gonna write an essay, and one is like a non sequitur, like who invented liquid soap and why? So it's just a fun, it's fun, fun stuff to have these smaller, you get independent films today, or you get you get a Downtown Abbey, like Downton Abbey. Sorry, I can't say it. Like a genre film.
Abbey.
Downton Abbey. Thank you.
I always call it Downtown too.
Downtown. Yeah, I know it's not. My wife will yell at me. But so Dad Man.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Dad Man, you said you wanted to head out at 11:30. I know you had some stuff to do. So I don't want to keep you. You've got to watch 3 movies now. You got to go watch Spinal Tap, The Sure Thing, and The Princess Bride.
Princess Bride will have to take the top.
Take The Princess Bride. Yeah, it's William Gold. I think it's William Goldman's best. I think it's also Rob Reiner's best.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. Well, of the 3, I will watch that first. Hopefully, we can knock out some time to do it. But thanks.
Stop playing all that Fortnite.
Send me your address, and I'll send you one of my 3 copies of it on DVD.
What, The Princess Bride?
Yeah, I've got. Every time they do a new copy with like new extras, I'm like, take my money.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well, I have to see, because I think the missus may have. I'm sure
she has a gazillion movies, right? So she's must
up
have
near 3,000 discs. Yeah.
Also,
well, in part is she's taking it very seriously to try to buy up physical media as much as possible.
Yeah.
DVDs, but Blu-ray where possible. But
Right.
but dude, she hits those the Goodwill stores, the thrift stores and stuff. I mean, saving a lot of money buying those in good shape. She once spent 6 hours in a store. She reorganized all their display stuff while she did look through everything, and she's got the patience to look through all that stuff. So hey,
well, I think it's inconceivable that she doesn't own The Princess Bride. She's got to have a copy
she's
of
got that somewhere. I know she does.
Mark was making a joke there, Dad, man.
Oh,
It's one of those lines where Wallace Shawn keeps saying inconceivable.
Inconceivable. That was a good inconceivable.
Yeah, but there's an even better clip than that, and it involves Dad Man saying something in a game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Here we go. We can play that. Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes.
Here we go. Here, where's my? I have that clip somewhere. Yep. Where the heck did that go? I got to reorganize my my clips here. I thought I had that on the top. So when you're trying to find. Here we go.
Never that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez.
And your character actually. I watch it again, everyone. He watches as he gets scared. He actually jumps in game.
Yes.
So you reacted. So you scream and you jump in game.
Never that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez.
I just scared you in the game.
That's my favorite clip ever.
I remember that very well because I jumped in the chair too. Everything jumped. So
yeah,
I love that one, Dad Man. Just my favorite, dude.
Oh, glad I could bring some laughs and happiness to all. So
you did.
Say hi to Mrs. and everyone. Sub to Ang.
Yes,
she's got a great Twitch channel.
She's up over 700 now. She's had some big growth lately. So, but yeah,
holy cow,
that's big time.
Yeah, but thank you for having me on and opening the door, and look forward to doing more with you later, Mark, too. So,
Steve, we'll be hanging out.
Take care. You had you're the father of the prettiest little baby around anywhere.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And Clobby, always an honor to be on the same
Thanks,
channel
buddy.
with you.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Well, y'all take care. Have a good rest of the stream.
Take care, brother.
Yep.
Take
okay.
care,
Thank
Dad,
you, sir.
man. Be
Thanks
good.
for joining us.
Bye.
And also, I am going to take a few minutes to go check on said baby and make sure she's okay. So I shall return. You've been warned. If you want to shut it down
I
now,
shall return.
Sneak out quietly.
Please do.
Yeah.
Yep. Steve will hopefully be back. Yep.
Well, I'll try not to ruin your show anymore tonight.
No.
But I did when I chased off a certain guest you had there.
No, it's all good. All good. Yep. Everyone is welcome here. Everyone's welcome.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I think I chased them away. It's just the way it is when we get into, the destruction of.
You have some
vandalism.
lines. You have some lines in the sand.
The vandalism against Star Trek, I take it too seriously. I admit it, and people just capitulate and go over to the dark side. I don't like it.
Yeah, well, that's everyone's entitled to their opinion.
They are entitled to my opinion. Yep. You're right.
Yeah,
I mean to their opinion.
In my opinion, yep.
I'm kidding, but I mean when you try to say that Kirk, you equate that phony Pike with Kirk, I never bought into the Picard versus Kirk debate. There was never a debate.
Yeah, especially was never. Picard had some good moments, but. Yeah, Kirk was a much better, enjoyable an enjoyable captain to me to watch. Yeah,
to compare,
Picard had,
right. So if you're comparing
the charm of Kirk was, that's undeniable. That charm there that he had. So,
just saying, if you compare, and I hope he comes back. But if you can compare, I don't know.
Well, I don't like the way. Of course, I can't play any clips. Excuse me. Because again, in trouble, we'll get shut down. But just the way, the actor's, a good actor, obviously, and he's does kind of look the part. Excuse me, you could see him as playing that role. But I think that just when they have him being snarky and well, here, let me see if I have one clip that I can play. I'll play part of it. Let's see here. I don't want to play the whole clip, but I may remember I clipped that part of the new show. But I had made like a 2-minute clip just for you to watch. Let me try to pull it up.
I love Cisco, but there's no comparison. Kirk is king.
Yeah, Cisco's a great
It's
character.
fine to like somebody better than him, but I mean, there ain't no greater there's no greater template for a starship captain than Kirk. Cisco never even commanded a starship for real. I mean, he had a station, yeah, and the Defiant sometimes, but I mean, Kirk is the prototype.
Yeah, let me call this up. Let me try to find this. Hold on a sec. Let's see where it's hiding on my computer here. I think I had it under Star Trek clips that I'd made. Let's see, but it was I need to edit it back down to show it again. But let's see where it was hiding. But yeah, just the way the characters are. The characters are they've added that snark, and maybe that's a modern thing. But I just can't stand it. So. They've added a lot of that Marvel humor seems to have invaded everything, unfortunately. So that's been driving me crazy. Like what they did with Thor, where Thor had to be a joke, and they're making fun of Thor all the time. That kind of stuff. Where once in a while it's okay, but just the way they write the characters, where her, the way she's written, it's just really depressing to see. She's like written like a 12-year-old kid. I mean, just not serious at all, which is totally the wrong approach, in my opinion, for that type of character. I mean, you could argue that Nichelle Nichols, that's your favorite. You don't want to see anyone else playing that role, which I can see. But at least if they were close to the the character in terms of behavior, I can only see her as maybe off duty she'd be fun and have moments like they had the moments where she was singing on Enterprise, and that's off duty, but on the bridge she wouldn't be acting that clip. I'm trying to find the clip.
Hey, the common nerd.
Yep, if you want to, while I'm looking, you can put up some any of the quotes that are coming out, because I can't see the screen right now.
Oh, okay. What's up, common nerd? Good to see you, buddy. Well, there's a reason for that, common nerd. The reason why DS9 reminded you of Babylon 5, but that's a long-standing controversy right there.
Oh yeah.
Captain James T. Skywalker says, "I want a Thor movie written by the critical drinker." Well, don't we all? I mean, I'd buy that for $1.
Right?
Yeah. I'd like any movie written by the critical drinker. He's awesome. But yes, let's see here. That's just the way it goes. Yeah, I agree. Geek Flag, I agree that Alex Klutzman and Jar Jar A-Holbrams have no talent. They suck at their job and keep getting work, probably because they're blackmailing executives. So they got pictures. Those dudes have pictures. There's no question. I mean, well, Jar Jar Abrams got all his original, opportunities for doing nepotism. He had a family in the business. He used to babysit for Steven Spielberg as a kid. So,
Yeah, but a lot of it's just like any kind of line of work. You get ins, you get into the business, right? So, Hollywood's no different. If you got a dad that's a plumber, electrician, of course, it's a little bit easier to get into that line of work. But yeah, definitely helps to have friends in high places, shall we say? Yep.
I'm with you on that one. The common nerd, he says, "I want Eric July to run the MCU for." Yeah, I'd take that any day. Eric July running Marvel movies? Yeah, I'd take it. He's going to have his own little universe soon, though. Yeah. Well, so.
Well, here, I'll play. Here, I finally found it. Let's see here. I'll only play a couple seconds of it so I don't get nuked again. Sorry about that. I was redoing my Google Drive and decided not to work well. So here we go. Let me share a screen, and I'll just do a couple seconds at a time. Because I made this clip just for you, for the Clubhouse to watch internally, so it's too long. But I got to clip it.
I wouldn't show that on Clubhouse.
Yeah. No, I know, but just to show to the gang there. Yep. So I think she says here it's the Gorn, right? Yeah.
Ventured into Federation.
which is crazy because
Oh, that hair.
so he tells her to go.
Do not say touch them. Malfunctioning rods should be cool.
Yeah, let me pause it for a second. So you only do a few seconds at a time.
You're gonna get flagged again.
Nah, I don't care.
Look at us! Come on, and the crowd goes wild.
Now, would Uhura do anything in?
Their excuse is
like
going to
that?
always be they're going to say, "Well, it's a younger Uhura. It doesn't matter. She don't belong on the ship."
But would you say in the crowd? The crowd goes. And then you had this guy reacting on the bridge. And then there's a long. I'm not going to play that. So you would never do that on the bridge or act that way on a Starfleet, on a ship. So then this was the other
recovery team.
We're here, sir. We're still here.
So a captain would never react like that on the bridge in front of the crew. Yeah, of course he'd be thankful. So the example I always think of is Galileo 7, where only 5 of the crew members survive. It's my favorite episode, I should know.
Mm-hmm.
But Kirk just says set course to the next planet. They got to deliver the medicine, and he doesn't run down to the transporter and say who did Spock and my best friend Spock and McCoy survive, or what happened to Scotty. What happened. He's all business when you watch that. I should splice those two scenes together and just show them like that.
Yeah,
but this
not good. Pike, and besides, Pike was very stoic.
Yeah, so this is not the actor's
Kirk was
fault.
more
This
emotion than him.
I'm assuming this is the director telling him show, he's doing what the director's saying. We were talking about the retro blasting video that was out a couple days ago, and he's a lot of the times you gotta, this is what probably the director told him. So he had the video about Brie Larson, and go check out retro blasting, great channel, obviously, but. He makes some great points in that video. So, like, could you see Sulu doing that on the bridge, or reacting like that? That internally you would, but you wouldn't show it. So maybe that's just get off my lawn. My being old now, but that's just crazy to me that anyone would react like that. So I gotta clip that into a shorter clip. Maybe I'll show put Kirk in there, and Major Grin's been doing some great stuff like that too. Showing the where they screw up canon. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to watch that Voyager animated yet, but I've seen it. I've seen the thumbnails of it. I haven't got a chance to watch that yet. You?
No, I haven't gotten a chance. No. So you have to try to find those. Yeah. Oh, was that the? It wasn't Voyager. I saw the that was TOS. Are you talking the TOS? Not TOS. No. TNG one.
There is one, but there's a Voyager one now.
Oh, the Voyager one. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one yet. No.
In the Filmation style. I think it's an episode, or like took an episode did it.
Oh, they did a whole episode. Cool. Yeah, because the TNG one was just kind of a proof of concept, I think, right? Yeah.
Well, I can't answer for Mark, Eric, but yes, I mean, I actually do hate myself that much. He's talking about us watching this crap, but also I watch it so I can be informed, because I just believe I have to. All these people who I thought understood how bad the filth is, the STD and the PR, are now jumping ship and saying that strangled nude worms is good, and then kissing its ass, basically throwing away all that we fought for against this crap. The bad reboot, Suckered Outhouse filth, the Klutzman, the Abrams trash, and now they see something that's shiny, that doesn't look. They think it's just as bad as the other ones. I mean, it's not quite as bad sometimes they think, but actually it is. It's just as horrible. It smashes canon. It is ludicrous. It's still written for by morons for morons, and it's written by toddlers at that toddler level. Whatever science fiction concepts it tries to use to make it look better than the other ones, it's stolen. All of it's stolen valor, and it's just trash, and it's still bad. And it's even worse because it trashes great classic episodes of the series, like a Mock Time and Arena and many other episodes.
Well, yeah, they didn't need to pull the Gorn in. Yeah,
you got a Crafton who everyone loves him because he's the actor and stuff, who already knows what his fate is going to be 10 years from now. This show is written, it's moronic, and people are falling for it.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
People are falling for it. People that I would have thought were smart enough to know better. Doesn't mean I don't like them as people. And they can take it personally if they want to. I don't think they should. But I'm sorry. It's tough. I know I'm belligerent about it, but it makes me sad. It makes me sad because I love Trek that much. And if you can accept this, but somehow, there's nothing worse. Picard's horrible. Okay, yeah, Picard's worse. Okay, STD's worse, but this is a close cousin to STD because they keep mentioning it. They even mentioned Michael Burnham in a couple of them. Mikey Spock.
Yeah, they did. Yep. Spock mentions her when he's trying to get on the elevator. Yeah, he says, I miss my sister. It's just ridiculous stuff. I mean, of course, you could argue that, they did that in Star Trek V where they had a half brother, but it wasn't to the point where Spock's half brother you never heard about was on an experimental starship and saved the galaxy and went 1,000 years in the future and grew up with him and did all this stuff.
It was a reasonable.
I think wasn't it like his
he was from a different mother,
different mother.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the same thing. But my biggest gripe with it is the way the actors and the characters are portrayed, and they're like, we didn't have to have the Gorn again. Where's my Gorn? We didn't need to have this guy in this. I got a Gorn addiction, but we didn't need to have this guy in the series, right? They could have had, maybe said that, and the security chief didn't need to be related to Khan. Like, you could have had the same character, basically write the same character. You don't need those member bearers, and she didn't have to be. Maybe you could have said a strange alien race we didn't know who it was, took over a colony ship, and she was able to survive as a kid, but never really saw the creatures. That she was so messed up she doesn't remember leave it mysterious, and maybe infer that it's a Gorn. Like, never say it. She's like, I think they were reptilian, or they made clicking sounds, but I never got a good look at them, and I was able to hide, and I was able to survive. Do it. Don't just come out and say it's the Gorn. I mean, did the universal was the universal translator not working too at one point until the Metrons let them talk to each other, I think, or
that's right.
So how would she even have understood them without a universal translator? So they're just trying to do fan service stuff where it's taken away from the original. Just tell new stories. So like this week they did copy a story. It was an interesting science fiction story, and Star Trek, I guess, has all stories borrow, but they should give the writers credit too. Like, if you're going to do that, credit.
If you're going to blatantly rip from a book like that on the original series, well, we'll talk about Arena you're just talking about Arena just now. That was credited to the writer who they took the short story from.
Oh, they did. They did credit. Yeah.
Yes, Frederick Brown was the guy's name, and they changed a lot of stuff for the episode. But they said, let's give this guy credit. Let's pay him. Because we don't want to get into any kind of law trouble or anything like that, and let's just do that. So they gave him credit, and they would hire. They hired science fiction writers back then.
Well, here's DC Fontana's book, Vulcan's Glory.
Yep, they've already stolen from that big time.
Has a lot of stuff about number one in this, and I haven't got a chance to read it yet. So I wanted to, I bought it. You can get the good thing is you get these Star Trek books in paperback really cheap, and buy them on eBay or used bookstores. And so I want to read it and see, so I know what I'm talking about. So I've watched every episode of Well, I haven't finished Discovery the last season, but watched most of it. And I watch it just because if I want to talk about or review it, and I just want to see, I want to see it. And I got to say that, watching all of Discovery, I don't think there's been one time where I've said that was that was a great episode. That was a well done, well done. Taken aside from, the is it real Star Trek, not Star Trek? Even if you just look at it objectively,
Right.
was this
No,
a
I
good
hear ya.
storytelling, or was that a fun episode, or would that story make sense? I think Lorca and the Mirror Universe is used way too much. His character was, he's a good actor. His character, I guess, is an evil. They can write the evil characters well, but anything else was just, and having Pike know his future and having to, spoiler alert for Discovery, but he had to do something to save the ship, and they had to. I can't remember what the instance was or why he had to do it, but he had to go to this Klingon world and. Had a vision, and then that vision let him know his future, but he had to do that to basically save the galaxy. But by knowing his future, now he knows that he's going to die in 10 years, or not die, excuse me, but be horribly injured. He'll know that anything he does up to then is going to be the right decision, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. And how does he know? How did he get all the names of those kids that he saved from the Delta wave, from the Delta rays?
Yeah, because how
They
would
said
you
an
know
episode
that?
where he said he has all their names. So
Yeah, he did. Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, because
how's that possible? You went into the
'cause-
future and went into the databanks?
Yeah, because they wouldn't have been Starfleet yet, right? Because it's 10. Say the kids are 10 years old
Yeah, he
now,
says
right?
he knows the names of all the ones. He said, "How?
Yeah,
How? I mean, did they say how? Maybe they said how, and I missed it."
I don't know how they knew. Yeah, I must have missed that too. Yeah, yeah, I can see, like, that's bad writing too. Like, just say that he knows he saved 3 kids. That's a noble thing too, and knowing he's gonna do it, but then he doesn't have free will. Oh, Geoff is headed out. Yep, we're headed out. We're headed out soon too here, because it's a Monday. I got to get to work, but thank you for hanging out with us, and say hi to Harold there. Take care, and don't eat too much red meat this week, Jeff. I'm watching you. That's an inside joke, guys. Sorry. Jeff's been slaughtering plants left and right for the last few years. Cows are safe in his house. Captain Kirk needs to explore strange new worlds, seek out new life and civilizations, boldly go where no one has gone before, and also fight bad guys, meet attractive ladies. Yep, that's for sure. Yeah.
All that works.
Yeah, they send him a FedEx with names.
Yo, dude.
I have a tip for you. If you use old-fashioned earphones like I do, and you put them down to go check on your daughter, don't put them by the exhaust fan on your laptop, because this thing is like a red hot poker in my ear.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's at least if there's any wax in there, it'll be nice and melted by now. So.
Yep. But so I would say I'd give reviews on Strange New Worlds. I'd say, yeah, it was the best episode of the season, obviously, but there's still a ton wrong with it, a ton wrong with the characterizations and wrecking canon, and but at least it did get you to think about an issue. But then they crap on the Federation in the end, and the
That
woman.
was so bad. Yeah,
I guess I put the spoiler thing up, but the woman in the the end, she's saying, we're the civilization is founded or works only because of their forebears that created a system, kind of like a Spock's brain, in a very rudimentary way. They need a kid to run their civilization, so their planet, I guess, is going to get destroyed. It's turning the kid into a supercomputer, basically.
Yeah,
and he's got to run the planet
horribly,
and he suffers horribly.
Yeah,
and he suffers, and then he's eventually burned out, and they've got to replace this
Literally,
kid
almost.
every so many. I don't know how often it is, but and then the person on the planet says, "Well, no one suffers in the Federation." It's like, but the Federation is not built on the suffering of kids. I mean, I'm sure bad things obviously happen, but
yeah. But she says, "Don't you have poverty?" It's naming all this stuff, poverty and sickness, and also the stuff that in the 23rd century that Roddenberry created. All that stuff's been virtually all of it eliminated for the most part. So what she's indicting him for, saying, "Well, yours is worse. What about the stuff you have?" He should have said, "No, we don't have that, idiot."
Yeah,
and he did. He was just like, well, because these idiots who make this new crap don't understand Roddenberry's vision, and that it's very, Roddenberry's this new crap is it's dystopian. It's not real Trek.
Yep. So, Geek Flag is got to get up tomorrow, get to
All right,
work.
Geek
Very fun. Yep. Thank you for being here.
Have a good one,
Hope
Geek
to
Flag.
see you soon. Yep. Check out Clobberin Times on Monday night. He's got a show. You'll see a lot of the same gang there. So, hope to catch you in future streams. And thanks for subbing. Yep.
Yeah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Geek Flag, but you're pretty much one of us, I think. You fit in pretty well with this group, and I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, it's just who we are.
Says the guy wearing the father.
I got two of these
awesome.
shirts as presents for Father's Day last year, and my ex-wife, I was wearing one day, and she said, "Oh, I was going to get you that for Father's Day," so I would have had three. But
there you go. Anonymous, take it easy, buddy.
Yep, take care, Anonymous.
Next week is Father's Day.
Oh wow!
Well, you know, one thing I did watch, Mark, and I finished watching. Yeah, did you ever? I went back and watched all of V the series, the real one, not the new trash.
The not the miniseries, but I'm sure I watched it when it came out. But
a TV series that only lasted 19 episodes, which I don't think I ever watched all of it when it came on TV. I don't remember watching it, and so it was on Tubi. I just watched the 19 episodes that exist because there's nothing else after that. It got canceled. It was interesting. I mean, nothing as good as the first miniseries. I mean,
yeah, I just loved that as a kid. God, we're so excited to see some sci-fi on TV. So that was great.
The first V miniseries, I mean, it was huge. The ratings were extraordinary. It was shooting over a couple of nights. And
it was back to back, wasn't it?
Normies watched it. It wasn't just like a science fiction.
Oh yeah, my mom and dad watched it. I think. Yeah.
Like my parents watched it. Everybody knows. Then Kenneth Johnson, who created the Incredible Hulk, he wrote that first one, and then he was doing the second one, Be the Final Battle, and which was longer. They had an extra. It was
three episodes. Three
instead of two. 2 hours instead of 3 2-hour episodes instead of two. He got chased off of it. He had a big fight over the network over it, and didn't like what they were doing, and took it and left. And he didn't do anything on the first ones. He hated what they did with it. But I thought Final Battle was fun and okay. It was kind of goofy.
So he left. He wasn't involved with the Final Battle.
Not involved with Final Battle of the TV series.
Okay.
But I like Final Battle. Okay, like I said, it was just more of a standard, straight like action.
It wasn't as thing. It's been so many years since I watched it, but yeah, I do remember loving it. Yeah.
I liked it anyway because Michael Ironside, Sam Tyler, he's great. And then the TV show takes place a year after the end of the final battle, where they had won. They thought they'd won the war, then it all starts back up.
Yeah, because they're able to survive the chemicals that they had sprayed or something.
That red dust that chased them off the planet.
Yeah, they're able to survive it.
That in warmer climates, like in other words, between certain southern areas of the planet, it was starting to dissipate rapidly. They could start, but in cooler climates, they still couldn't. So a chunk of the world was still off limits to them. So there were some cities that were free and they were fine, but all the so they couldn't do much. So they still wanted the planet, so they occupied it. It became wars all over the planet. Every episode of the first 15 or so episodes opened up with Howard K. Smith, the old news reporter, from opening up from the Freedom Network in New York, and he would give a little report about what was going on in different wars all around the world and stuff, including in the South.
Oh, yeah.
And it was about that. It was fun to go back and watch that again. It's 1987, and it feels like an old 80s show.
Oh, that was a big deal when it came out. Yeah. We should talk about that one night, maybe. Yeah.
And I watched them all just because it was up there on Tubi for free,
Yeah.
And it's Tubi's pretty cool. Got a lot of stuff.
No, Tubi is good. Yeah. Can you watch it in order, or do you have to?
Yeah. Fortunately, they're in order. Huh?
I mean, it's not because some of the channels that stream, it's like a TV station where you don't get to pick. It's like they have like a Star Trek channel.
Oh, not on Tubi. That's
Tubi.
Pluto.
You can
that's
Pluto.
Pluto.
Okay, Tubi.
Tubi's
you can actually
not like that. Yeah.
Tubi. You can actually watch.
It's like Hulu, except it's free, and you got a few commercials, but
they're commercials. Yeah, but you could say I want to watch V, and then boom, you got it. Yeah.
You just go get anything. You got everything on there. It's unbelievable.
Do they have Probe?
No, the one only I have that. You know that, but they have everything that people know about.
I've been watching. Cool. I've been watching Shazam. That's no surprise to you guys.
That's on there.
The Man from Atlantis. I watched the Planet of the Apes. That just left. Unfortunately, the original Planet of the Apes. I forgot how good that was.
The TV show or the
movie.
The movie. Okay. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, they have movies and TV shows. Yeah, they have.
Yes,
I think they have. Don't they have Maverick, Clobby?
I believe so. I think. I know they have Rockford, they have Columbo, they have
Rockford,
a bunch
right,
of stuff on there.
Yeah.
But it was
I
good
think
to
they
watch
have.
that. It was different. Mhm.
I think they have anything that started with either the words "in color" or a Quinn Martin production.
Yeah, I mean they have Batman.
They have
Yeah,
Batman.
Adam West
Yes.
Batman's on there.
Batman 6.
And
Couldn't resist. Sorry.
the last 5 or so episodes of that show was weird because half the cast left.
Which show?
And they went on V.
Oh, V. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and they had they may have known they were getting canceled because they changed the opening credits.
Wow.
Half the cast left. Hey, Courtney.
Hey, Courtney.
Hey, Courtney. How's it going? Yep.
And then it had sort of a resolution to the last ending, whereas most old shows just got
They just ended, right?
ended, and this one's like it kind of slight cliffhanger, but kind of an ending too. Again, it's not the greatest anything, but that's a good cast, and it was kind of fun to watch something because I don't think I'd ever watched all of it before. Like just the first couple of episodes when it was on the network, and I was like, yeah, I don't care. And then it's kind of you go back now and watch some of those old things. It's just so much more fun. It's easy. It's like comfort food. You just watch a fun old show, and you don't have to worry about a lot of modern crap.
Watch an episode of Emergency or A-Team or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to answer this. Yeah, I did not order my retro 3 3/4 thing yet. Did you, Clobber in Times or
what? How? What? When?
The new retro figures that come from Marvel. Yep, there's a retro thing, I guess. Yep. So
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Oh yeah. So
what?
Retro thing. Yep. So here, let me call it up quick. Let's see, Marvel. Damn it! Got to break our action figure moratorium.
While he's looking that up, wasn't Mark Singer the Beastmaster in V, or was he in the?
Yes,
was the original. Okay.
Oh, he was on all of it, and even the show, the series. He was the main star. And I was watching. There's a couple of that dude. He was a big dude. He was ripped up too. I mean, that guy was ripped for that show. Yeah, Mark Singer was ripped.
Oh, he was ripped in the Beastmaster.
Yeah, but he's also like a big, tall dude. Yeah, and he's a good action star.
Oh, wow,
I mean, he's really tall, and he's a really good actor. I love the character on the show and his character on the show, and he's kind of, again, he's just, like a typical modern '80s hero type guy, all that stuff, and he's great at action character, very athletic, very,
Yeah.
I liked him. He was really good on that show.
Clobby, can
he's
you
done
do
cons?
Somebody said now do it's a Quinn Martin production. I did it. Can you do that voice, Clobby? You probably do it better than
Quinn Martin production in color.
In color.
Barnaby Jones.
Tonight's episode.
How about on Police Squad tonight on Police Squad?
Yeah, they would say a broken promise, and then it would be like
something else. Yeah,
the title would be a lost gift or something. Yeah.
See, I was.
So we have to buy this.
Is that not out yet? See, I had to refrain from getting those because there's so many and I can't afford them all. But I like them.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to break a rule and get that one probably if I see it.
And that's a new sculpt, I think, too.
Yeah, these are smaller. These are for that.
No, but I mean, sometimes they come out with like it's an exact copy of the figure. But I'm looking at all my things here, and they don't look like that.
These are way smaller. You notice that card? All the cards on that series, the retro series, it says Kenner on there.
Yeah, why?
Because Kenner
didn't make it.
Yeah, it was Star Wars. So Kenner didn't have superhero figures, but they did it anyway. Michael French was talking about that, but these are it's meaningless. But and I agree with him. But still, they do it because I guess it's like a make believe, what if type thing. Larry, Quinn Martin production.
So my birthday's coming up, so of course the kids can't get. It's not out yet, so they can't get this one. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah,
I like it.
It's got more detail on the rocks there.
Skinny, but
yeah, I got so many figures all over the place.
It smells like he's kind of like he's ripped.
Yeah,
for rock, he's rock ripped.
He's rock ripped, yeah. So, but yeah, no. Thank you for reminding me to spend my money. I have to do a enabling on that one too. But they do a nice job with these.
Yeah, I like those. Damn it.
Hail Larry. Every time I hear somebody say Larry, all I can hear is Pants on Fire.
All I can hear is my friend Larry that I always, I used to sing to. Larry is a.
You actually know somebody named? Oh, I do know.
You know Larry. You met my friend Larry.
Oh,
You met Larry.
That must have been 20 years ago.
Oh, no. You met him here at my new place here, about inside of either the last time you came down here, or the time before that, when you were hanging out with me or staying here with me.
I don't remember that, huh?
Yeah, you met Larry.
I used to work with a guy named Lorenzo, and all the women were like, "Oh, Lorenzo, your name is so classy." So I started calling him the English version of Lorenzo. I'd say, "Hey, Larry, how's it going?" And one day he pulls me aside, and goes, "Dude, don't call me Larry. I got a thing going on here."
Did you watch Hello, Larry?
Is that Stevenson?
McLean Stevenson left MASH to be on a show called Hello, Larry.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
bad career decision.
That was a spinoff of Facts of Life.
He was actually offered the Tonight Show.
Not Facts of Life. What was that one with Gary Coleman?
Different Strokes.
Different Strokes. Yep. Larry was. It was a Hello, Larry was a spinoff of that.
Welcome to Old Guys with Memory
Loss.
It
was, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Old TV shows.
Interesting.
Canceled TV shows.
Larry's so nice. He's named twice.
Well, but we've got to talk about. Has anyone here watched any of Stranger Things?
I have not, sir.
You have not.
I watched the first season, but.
And I know Steve doesn't have the streaming service.
Yeah, and on that note, I think I'm actually going to call it a night, gentlemen. I have to stay on the baby's schedule. She's going to wake up.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to. I was just going to mention it real quick and then shut down. So if you want to stay for famous last words, going for 5 more minutes. But I just want to mention, I watched the first 2 episodes. I give them 2 huge thumbs up. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, they've got some great creatures in there that. Really scary, and then it's kind of, now I stopped the second episode and to do the show, which of course is I love hanging out here, and I'm like, oh, but I better not stay up too late. I'm supposed to go to bed, but maybe I'll finish that part of that 3rd episode. You know how they always end the streaming, which is brilliant. They always end that episode with a cliffhanger. They did that with Daredevil, so you got to watch that next, just watch that next episode. You're like, I'm just gonna watch 10 minutes of that episode, but the characters are just as good. 11 or L is getting bullied in school, and it's kind of cool. The characters have grown up, so a little minor spoilers here. So one of the kids is on the basketball team. Lucas is on the basketball team, and he's with the jocks or the popular kids, and the other kids need him to play in the D&D tournament, and he's got his big championship, so of course he can't show up to play D&D, and of course then some really scary happenings go on. So if it's not for the faint of heart, if you don't like horror, like Raquel, I would say should never watch this show, because it would creep. If you don't like horror, it's not for you. But they do a really nice job, and the kids are growing up, and of course that they're the L's dad is survived, and he's in the Soviet Union, so there's a plot thread going there. So. But it's holding my interest, and it's really well written. So I'd say I'd give it a thumbs up if you haven't watched it, or if you have that. So that's my recommendation for the night before we close out. So go check out Stranger Things. It's good. And of course we talked about the Orville on Thursday night, but next week we'll do some more Orville. But that gets a definite thumbs up too. I didn't like the last episode as much. I shouldn't say I gave it a thumbs down, but just I thought there were some things that they didn't follow through on, or some plot thread openings. But it was still an interesting episode and well done, and the humor is still pretty good in there. And we need more Bortus, though, right? We didn't have enough Bortus in that last.
Yeah, we'll get some Bortus, I'm sure.
We need to get some more Bortus.
It was still good, though. Yeah,
it was fun. So
I can't wait for the next one.
Yep. So Orville is Thursday. It's Thursday night, right?
Wednesday night. I'll be counting down to it every Wednesday night.
Or is it Wednesday? Well, but Wednesday at midnight, right? I guess, or is it?
No, sir. We got it. It's 11 o'clock here. Yeah, midnight
okay.
For you.
Yeah, midnight for me. Yep.
Sorry.
So, yep. No, it's all good. So, why don't we? Want to thank Dadman for hanging out with me tonight, and with Clobber Times and the great Maddie's daddy, and hail to the Dork Knight for swinging by, and hope we'll talk more of it next week, hopefully. So that's what happens here. So we always and thank you for Mama Susan for I guess I was playing that too much of that Jurassic World Dominion trailer, so we got nuked for a few minutes. Yeah, it's just so ridiculous. Yeah,
and the Black Adam trailer. Yeah,
and or was it Black Adam that did
Black
us?
Adam,
or
yeah,
probably was Black Adam, right? Yeah, The Rock.
Or Blackadder, either one. Take it.
Blackadder.
That
Yep.
that would be greatness there.
So good night to Polly's Minion and Pupper. Hopefully this stream was
Good night, Palamise.
was Truck Dog approved. Yep. And and it is my birthday next Friday night. So some kind of who I think I'm forgetting who made this for me. But so what he's seen. So Jeff was there that night. We went to see Green Lantern. So we still
Hey, Max.
Was that Max that did that?
Redstone's here.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think was it Max that did this. My brain is just so bad.
I can't remember.
I want to give credit to whoever did. I think it was Max. I got to check my Twitters to see who sent me that. But that's hysterical. Yeah.
Or
of course, Eric K.
Also could have been Highlander 2.
It could have been Highlander 2. Yep.
Oh well.
So thank you to Eric K for keeping us safe out there. Great to hang out with you. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. I know you've been a little bit under the weather, so hope things get better. Matthew Pound, I'm going to go down the list. Geoff, JD Lewis, the Great Phantom Outsider, Geek Flag, new buddy tonight. Thank you for subbing and hanging out. Hopefully we'll see him again. We didn't scare him away. Small Time Republic, Captain Skywalker. We had Anonymous stop by and also sub to the channel. Much appreciated.
Nice.
Captain Skywalker. Let's see, who else am I scrolling through the list? Of course, Courtney's in the chat. I know Courtney said she would try to make it earlier, but yep. Hope you're doing good, Courtney, and catch you on That 70s Rock Fan tomorrow. I think it's 3 p.m. Central. I'm not sure the time, but Courtney will be on talking glam rock. So check that out. And Courtney's a musician and expert in music.
Yes.
And she's always fun on that. Got a lot of rock and music knowledge, so she's great with 70s talking music. So I try to catch that during work. Let's see. I think I said Matthew Pounder. Who else am I missing here? Did J-Man stop by tonight? Or Dave was here?
I don't think so.
I don't think we saw J-Man tonight.
J-Man.
But shout out to J-Man. Probably watching Highlander 2 probably right now.
Yeah. We love the J-Man.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else I missed. But all right, I'm going Larry. Of course, thank you for stopping by, Larry. And of course, we just said hi to Max Redstone, the Limerick King. Yes. Oh, and everyone should check out the Discord, which has been renamed the Clubhouse. So here, and Clobberin Times has promised to go there once in a while now, so I'll help you remember. Yep. So check out thanks to Mr. Angel for doing that. And I think I got everyone. God, if I missed anyone, Captain Skywalker, I hope I said. But yeah, Max Regis is be seeing you. Yep. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yep. So yep, thanks for everyone for being here. Another awesome Sunday night. Thank you again, Maddie and Clobberin Times, and have a great week. Everyone check out Clobberin Times on Monday night, Wednesday night, and I'll be on Thursday night. Everyone knows the drill. So sub and like to everything, and
night, everybody.
Yep, everyone have a great week, and I'm gonna go find my outro here.
Good night, everybody.
Take care. Here we go.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.